Kia ora everyone, no mai haramai, hello and welcome to the Cauldron Cowles Stadium in Christchurch this afternoon. Sky Broadband Rapid League, the Rams up against the Nuggets. Happy Easter Sunday, or as Casey Frank sitting right alongside me would say, happy chocolate day.
That's my kids call it. I call it the day I get a loan from the bank to buy all the chockies.
I do notice you're on the road away from the kids today.
I miss a lot of Easters for basketball.
Rapid League coming your way. The fans are in the house nice and early for this one. Busy times as always. Let's have a look at the Sky Broadband Rapid League ladder. And the Nuggets, who we're going to see in just a moment, have had a pretty good start to the season, Case.
Yeah, they've got off to a big one, and they're chasing this Nelson Giants team who just lost their first game. The Rams still in the top six, not too far away on the loss column, but need some wins to keep pace. As we look at the bottom half of the ladder, the Panthers did a lot of work early. The Bulls also on 4 wins, and down to the bottom with the Tuatara, Airs, and Sharks all on 2 wins apiece.
Week 6 of the season, of course. Lots of games, lots of results, and lots of points. Look at the Panthers and the Hawks.
Yeah, explosive game there. Jackson Ball's debut in the Rapid League, 24 points for him. The Bulls getting over the Nuggets earlier in the week. The 5 finding a way to top down the Sharks, even though the Sharks win in the Sal's NBL. And the Hawks kept the scoring up against that Jets game as well.
Tyson Thada-Paese, a new record, 26 points for the Jets in that game as well. Bulls got over the Sharks last night by 5. Saints at home tomorrow, so too the Airs. Easter Monday action. Let's have a look at the Nugget starters for this one. Big Easter Sunday action. Bardsley, Martin, Smiler, Freeman and Stoddart. They're in some form. I like this team. In some form, especially defensively. 2nd overall in scoring points scored allowed, under 30 per game. And that's going to match up against this Ram squad, who's 3rd overall in offense at just under 37. Ram starters, and they may just be going with the 5 players. Kate Isaac, or the Isaac brothers and the Kate brothers, by the way. Worthington's there as well. They're missing their top 2 scorers today, Manna Martin and Jake Holmes. The all-important Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. This is how they line up. Well, there you see the points per game. A bit of advantage for the Rams on that side. The shooting percentage a little bit more efficient for the Rams, but not from deep. That's where the Nuggets come back into things, and that's why they got that 4-1 record with their last 5. Not too far away from a start here. The Rams and the Nuggets, our barter card officials to get us underway this afternoon. Regan Ashley, Blake Rosanowski and Tyler Radbourne. And we are set to go. Settle in. Hope you're enjoying the long weekend, wherever you may be. Nuggets in the yellow, and they will get the first possession against the Rams in the white. Max Stoddard's been playing very well for the Nuggets as of late. I like to see that ball get in his hands early and often. Martin's had a really good season. What a way to start. He comes off that on ball, the little side double. Max Stoddard, the second screener, takes out the defender. Leaving Martin with a wide open look from the top. Averaging 10 points a game in the Rapid League, Christian Martin. Getting some really good minutes in the Sal's NBL as well. One to watch. Speaking of ones to watch, Tama Isaac pulls up at the Chemist Warehouse. Nice move, but solid defense by Martin to stay in front of him, make it a difficult look, and the Nuggets looking to add to the lead on the second possession. Smiler opens up for him, sends it outside. Martin back-to-back. Caleb Smiler delivers that pass to Christian Martin, who's got 6, and we've got a 6-0 lead to the Nuggets. 1 minute into this ball game, all the points for Christian Martin. Rams looking for their first points. Step back. Nice look in and out for Tama Isaac. Bardsley comes up with it. Love the Nuggets on the glass, a collective effort. Crossover on Bardsley, gets the foul. Doesn't get the hoop, takes the harm, and he will head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe looking to add to this Nuggets 6-0 lead. Let's have a look at the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. He's crafty, isn't he, the slippery eel? Just such a nice job of changing direction there. Forcing the defender to adjust to that behind the back, and then the quick crossover, creating that lane, taking the harm and getting himself to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Point number 7 for the Nuggets, who are on one early. Yeah, they've been in really good form, the Nuggets. lost their opening game of the season, won their next 6. And then they had a loss last time out. Expect them to get back on the board this afternoon. Don't forget the Rams are missing their top 2 scorers today as well, Casey. Mana Martin and Jake Holmes are both on international duties.
Yeah, playing with the New Zealand select camp. I think that's in Southeast Asia as we see Kai Isaac muscle his way to the cup. Cut that to a 8-2 deficit now, just 6 points the difference in this game, but going to change the depth of this Rapid League team. This Rams squad, they're going to be out there for the entirety of the game.
Freeman, Stoddard should finish, and he does, punches that down. 10-2, apologies for the score ticker, not on screen at the moment, but we can tell you the Nuggets are up by 8 Case.
How about Max Stoddard? The steal is attempted in the post, and that leaves him with the rain as Kai Isaac lets that one fly. Nuggets dominating on both ends early in this Rapid League contest.
Smiler on the drive, a lot of contact there, no whistle. Patrick Freeman going back to work. It'll be a Nuggets ball. Familiar territory for Max Stoddard as well, of course. Spent a lot of time here in Christchurch.
He spent a bit of time by, and we take another look at the drive Kai Isaac had against him, and now look at Max Stoddard in the post. Isaac goes for the steal. Stoddard says, thanks very much, I'll take that flush.
Nuggets lead 10-2 midway through this first quarter.
Such a quick start. See if they can't keep it going. Nice flex action. Bardsley in the post.
Had a good look, didn't he? I think Freeman may have. In fact, it's going to be a Rams foul out of this.
Yeah, I think it was Freeman's attack on the glass. He takes a push in the back, and that enables the Nuggets to keep it. Nice entry pass, but look at Freeman attack at the end of this out of the corner of your screen. You see that push comes at him from from Ihaka Crate, and there's the foul. There's possession.
I think Bardsley won't be too happy at that miss. All the way through. Stoddard, another miss for the Nuggets. They lead 10-2. Back the other way. Unable to finish, Tama Isaac.
He's disappointed in that. Love the break, though, the way they hooked that ball up the floor. Got into the offense before the defense could get set.
Nuggets reload. They lead by 8.
Switching man for the Rams, keeping the low defenders low, high defenders high.
Freeman met underneath by Kate. And a whistle there. A minute to play in this first quarter.
Bardsley and Tama Isaac getting into it. About 25 feet from the play. It's just all wrapped up. Bardsley, the one time I think in his career that's saying, hey, this guy's grabbing me. Can you call this?
Yeah, Tama Isaac, the teenager. We were talking before we came on air this afternoon, Casey. He is the 2nd leading scorer for the Rams in the NZNBL. That's how good he's going. Over 18 a game, and that form has been transferring over to the Rapid League as well. He's got a high of 24 this season. Rams back to the hoop. Tony Worthington finishes. He makes himself available, but it's a nice dish by Tafari Tate. And he's going to get a look at the triple as well, decides to drive it. Yeah, they get it back on the inbound. Sloppy there from the Nuggets. Kaya Isaac in hard and heavy on Freeman. Doesn't get the drop. 10-4, the Nuggets lead. Did all the work there, but unfortunately Isaac unable to lose Freeman despite the up fake. Nice job by Freeman to stay with the play and get that, corral that rebound afterwards. There you see the score again. Rams just 4 points from Kaya Isaac and Tony Worthington, 2 apiece. The Nuggets 10 already, 6 from Christian Martin. 25 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Sky Broadband Rapid League. That'll in fact be 2 shots, Casey. So into the bonus. And that's going to be Stoddard. He's going to have to check back in the ball game because he was the one who was fouled. So they're going to have to bring Stoddard back into the game to shoot these from the Chemist Warehouse. Always nice to get a little rest, come back in, get your eye in, and see if you can't hit some free throws. Max Stoddard, no Cowles Stadium well in his first season with the Nuggets in 2025. Nails that one. Very good from outside at range as well, Max Stoddard. He's really been finding that range in the Rapid League, and he's, I think, starting to crack the lineup in the NZNBL as well, coming off a 12-point game against the Bulls last round, or sorry, earlier this round. But he's a guy that I think the Nuggets can rely on a little bit more. See Jose Perez move to that small forward spot. See if Stoddard can't come and slide Jansen to the 4, him at the 5. Gives you a nice big front line with some shooting ability. Foul there against Smiler. There's that score ticker up for you. The Nuggets lead by 8. 22 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Let's see what the Rams come up with here. Shot clock turned off. Tama Isaac directing traffic. Just going with the 5 players today, the Rams. Tama Isaac likes this matchup on Rusk. Fires over the top. Can't put it away. Kaya Isaac had it, then lost it. And that'll do us. So 1 down this afternoon in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Easter Sunday. Hope you're well. And an early lead for the Nuggets. Casey Frank.
Well, they came out and did a nice job of enforcing their will on both ends of the court. Shot the ball reasonably well. Not great, but better defensively. Holding the Rams to under 22% from the field and just 33% from the line. 0 for 3 from deep is the big stat there.
It's not just about chocolate today, Casey. I saw your eyes light up, but your eyes are lighting up even more now because this is your number one special with thanks to Cowles. The 25% off any large pizza, or as Casey Frank says, that's 2 free slices.
There you go. That's 1/4 of the activity. And of course, when you're going for 25% off, I'm a big fan of going for the most expensive of the pies. And if you don't want to get the most expensive, well, then we're talking Sky Fiber broadband.
Well, this is not expensive. $50 a month for the first 12 months. The fiber starter from Sky Broadband. Head to skybroadband.co.nz for all of the details and jump in. So first quarter down, really good start for the Nuggets this afternoon. 6-2 on the season. The Rams are 4-3.
And doing it in different ways. The Rams, a powerful offense, have been able to score on just about everybody. The Nuggets, though, have been locking teams down defensively. We saw that in the first quarter. Just 4 points from the Rams on 22% shooting in that opening quarter. And they got out-rebounded 8-3.
Isaac straight away, straight to the basket, misses.
There's been a couple of bunnies that the Rams have missed from up close range. It's going to be disappointing. And that's what's keeping them down to 8 points right now instead of 2 or 4.
Freeman sizes up his options, goes inside to Smiler, outside ball to Rusk. Great setup, short on the shot though.
Would have liked to have seen Caleb Smiler take that shot on the interior. Had great position, was so deep, and the double never really came. They were just kind of sagging in. I thought he could have got that shot off. Nice unselfish play. But because the double never came, that closeout was tight on Rusk, and he didn't have the cleanest look at the rim.
Whistle gone there.
Just a shot clock issue there. It didn't start on time, so we're going to take another couple of seconds off that. 20 seconds on the shot clock, see if it sits at about 18.
Got an interview at halftime in the NZNBL today, Casey, with Matthew Bardsley. I encourage everybody out there to tune in for that one. The man of quite a few nicknames over the years.
He's had a few. Deserving of most of them, if not all.
Well, he's had a few good ones and maybe 1 or 2 that he doesn't like. Worthington with the miss. Nuggets up quickly. Look at him run. Bardsley.
Well, coach for the Otago Nuggets team, Jeffrey Sparrow, really enjoyed that fast break activity. The kick ahead, you love to see that kind of pace without the ball hitting the floor. Bardsley disappointed in the result, but the effort is there. And a chance to stretch this lead out to 10 with a couple of makes from the Chemist Warehouse.
One of the great stories of Matthew Bardsley, school teacher, of course, is the Nuggets train during the day and he heads off to training during his lunch break at work.
Has to take a double lunch hour so he can go have some training. That is certified dedication there.
No doubt about that. 13-4. Kaya Isaac spinning, lovely.
You'd love to see him go back to that offhand. Such a dangerous driver going to his preferred left, but the ability to come back to that left shoulder spin and finish, really nice.
Bardsley had it and lost it. Nice little hand in there from Worthington. Kate now, the youngster, turns it over.
Just a little aggressive on that. His body got a bit ahead of what his mind was doing.
So many talented youngsters in this Rams program. Freeman sold the dummy, a little bit of candy, and he left it short.
Nice little rebound though by Tafari Page coming through, snatching it down. And the Rams starting to come together defensively, and I think are looking a little bit more solid on the offensive end as well.
Isaac brothers are the ones to watch. Freeman with the foul.
That's just a professional scoring there by Kai Isaac. Freeman's out there getting handsy, and he feels the first one, but watch how he locks him up on the arm of the second one. Look how he locks him up to get that whistle. If his hand's in there and he locks him up like that, that's going to get called on the defender because he's the one who's reaching. That is the type of move you see from a player much older and more experienced than Kai Isaac.
Margin at 7. Here's the man you talk of, Kai Isaac. Such a talented player, gifted. Can't put that away. Missing a lot of shots, the Rams. They do go again. Isaac back to the well. And sent away by Max Stoddart.
Yes, great, nice job by Stoddart, staying on his feet. Not getting too excited about that shot fake. Here is when you see a lot of big men go up, right there. No, he stays down, and that enables him to get the block.
Chance from the corner, and finally the Rams deliver. Nahaka Kate with the 3.
And that's their first triple of the day. They were 0 for 4 before that one drops. But it doesn't take much to get you right back in the ball game. A 4-point deficit with under 2 minutes to go in the quarter.
And this is a team that can score. In fact, both teams very good offensively. Little hands foul there.
Well, Martin does a nice job of just keeping Isaac in jail once he got to his side and his hip. As the offensive player, you want to keep that defender there, especially when you're driving. If you let him get back in front of you, you've lost that advantage. Martin keeps him there the entirety of the time. Isaac has no option other than to foul him. First from the Chemist Warehouse is too good, and a chance to build this lead to 6 now.
Has had a couple of starts in the NZNBL this season, Christian Martin. Second one from the Chemist Warehouse, good as well. So some good points there for the Nuggets. Just over 1.5 to play in this first half this afternoon. Sky broadband rapidly. Kaya Isaac ran straight into Max Stoddart, who's going to, unfortunately, be called for the foul. Or will it be on Martin? In fact, it is on Stoddart. Thought he was a bit unlucky here, Case. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Stoddart comes in to help.
That looks like an excellent defensive position. Stoddart, unfortunate, I think, in that case. Did a nice job of keeping the hands out. Kai Isaac, he'll take the call, though. Always appreciative of a whistle.
Here's Tama Isaac. Stoddart defensively again. Maybe just a flick down the arm. Unlucky.
Oh, I thought he picked up his second block of the game. He's doing a really nice job of staying on his feet as these guards get penetration. We'll take another look at it. Tama Isaac uses that up fake with the show. Oh, my.
Not a lot in that.
The whistle starting to go the way of this Rams squad, but they haven't been able to take advantage. Just 4 for 11 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe in this one are the Rams. Sorry, I'm talking about the field goals there. On the free throws, those are the first 2 of the night.
I'd say 4 from 11 is not too
That's
good at all.
Those are the field goals. Sometimes the statistical categories, they warp on me.
Chemist Warehouse stats, of course, looking after us as always, lurking underneath. Bardsley just dumps it off to Stoddart.
I'd love to have, against the zone, a runner on that baseline to be a receiver. Bardsley catches it and creates for Stoddart afterwards.
Kate from the corner. Isaac with the rebound. Kate on the drive now, off the glass. Tefeli Kate, excellent work.
Well, it just shows a bit of explosiveness off that catch. Doesn't settle for the jump shot, attacks the rim, and does so well.
Margin back to 4. BNZ player timeout alive for both teams here. Bardsley inside against this zone. They move the ball. Martin takes, shoots, and delivers.
Christian Martin, 3rd triple of the ball game. He has got his eye in. 11 points, perfect from the field.
Big start for Christian Martin today. Good signs for the NZNBL this afternoon. Kaya Isaac searching as always, steps back Nowitzki style.
A nice defense in the post that time though by Martin, make it tough. And now on the other side, a chance to stretch this one out in the last 10 seconds.
Let's see what the Nuggets come up with. They don't want to go early and give the Rams a chance at the BNZ player timeout. They may just do that as Stoddart makes inside, and that will bring the BNZ player timeout for the Rams. They will advance the ball off this 30-second chat, and that gives you a chance at home to scan the QR code on screen for your chance to win tickets to the Cowles NBL this season, with thanks to BNZ, inspiring the next generation of basketballers here in New Zealand. What a fantastic program that is.
Fantastic. You got a school group, community group, whatever kind of group it is, get them together, see if you can't win some tickets, get everybody sidelined. It'd be great.
Here we go. Couple of seconds to play in this first half. Dangerous pass. Look out. Martin comes up with it. Got the shot off in time. Unable to finish. Terrific defense to finish the first half. And what a half it was for that man right there, Christian Martin.
Defense is the story of the game. The Nuggets came out early, played fantastically, held the Rams to 27% shooting, just 1 for 6 from the three-point line. And I think even more importantly, only sent them to the free throw line twice in that entire half.
Nuggets out by 9, dominant first half. Christian Martin was a part of it. Here's some of the best bits, Case.
Well, the Rams started early. You're going to step back off Christian Martin. He's going to take advantage. His first of 3 triples in the ball game. There was the second out of the corner. Does it again. Kaya Isaac started finding his form and forcing his way into the cup. Finished with 4 points in the half to get the Rams back into it. But Max Stoddard made himself available in the post. 8 points. Patrick Freeman couldn't get things going. The Rams started lifting up the defense. Tom Isaac getting a foul call on Max Stoddard underneath. And as the Rams started to find a little bit of form on the interior, still couldn't find it outside. It was all driving. It was all tough work. Difficult for them to get it. The Nuggets, on the other hand, penetrating passes, finding that bucket with ease. A vast difference in shooting percentage in the first half. And Chemist Warehouse takes us through all the stats. There they are. Look at those percentages. 43% for the Nuggets, just 28% for the Rams. 75% from deep for the Nuggies and just 17% the other way. 4 times as many free throws, an advantage on the glass. It has been a dominant performance in the first half of this Sky Broadband Rapid League game.
Official stats partner of the Sky Broadband Rapid League, Chemist Warehouse, and it is all about shooting in that first half. Nuggets looking good. Tell you what's looking good. How about some of the strips this season in the Cowles NBL and the Rapid League as well? Head to the merch store. Shop online with Sterling Sports. There's the QR code on screen. Go and get the best looks. Maybe a bit of Easter present.
Got to get yourself some City Edition looks out of the Rapid League. You got the Earthquakes here for the Christchurch Rams, the Canterbury Rams, the Chicha, the Quake Specials. You got a little bit of the Swan Dry on the Nuggies.
I do like the Nuggets uniform as well. Freeman. Oh, what a way to start the second half. Thank you.
You cannot give him much time. Quick release. He's got great size, so he shoots over most of the defenders. But a nice set to open things up, get him that first look wide open from the top.
And they are 4 of 5 beyond the arc now, the Nuggets. Kate from the corner.
That's a heck of a wedgie.
Say it, go on.
That is a heck of a, look how low that wedgie is. That is below the rim. It is, I mean, it's almost tougher to do that than it is to make a shot. That is in an awkward space.
It's just the small things that excite you, Casey. That's what I love about sitting next to you.
You gotta love a wedgie. Wedgie, they're so uncommon.
Back underway, down it goes.
No wedgies
Isaac.
For Kaya Isaac. Stroke is pure. Nice baseline out of bounds set, wide open on the catch. He does the rest.
Badly needed that, the Rams. Martin dominated, just forced off it, left it behind. Kate comes up with it, has his brother running shotgun.
Wow.
Didn't need him.
That was a difficult step there by Yaka Crate, or Yaka Kate comes through, and Matt Bardsley there defensively. Oh, we got a twisted ankle for Christian Martin here.
Yeah, this is not a good sign for the Nuggets, given the form that he's in and the role that he plays in the Cowles NBL for the Nuggets as well. This is not a good sign.
And straight to the bench, and the first thing that happened was that Coach Mike Kelly comes over and says, hey, how are you? You gonna be okay in about 8 minutes?
And they got pinged for 8 seconds just to rub salt into the wound as well. There he is, Christian Martin. That is a big, big blow if he can't get up for the Cowles NBL this afternoon.
Yeah, he's trying to walk it off, try and get that one going. And, it does not look super promising right now. What does look promising is the Rams' comeback chances. They've lifted defensively and offensively. They're getting a higher quality of look here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're starting to move now, although that's not what they needed. That pass from Tama Isaac just slightly off target to Kate.
A bit too much mustard on that hot dog as well. A little bit spicy for the catch for Kate to make.
And they're up the floor defensively now, the Rams as well. They sense some urgency midway through the third quarter. Smiler looking to go alone underneath. Running into trouble. Freeman, one look, two looks, and it goes down. That's a handy basket.
Well, big rebound by Freeman. I mean, in amongst 4 white jerseys, he's the one who gets it. And a little stick-to-itiveness for the Nuggets has this lead stretched back to 10. Rams need to find a way to answer here in these last 2 minutes. They want to get this to 6 to 8 points to give themselves a chance.
No Manna Martin, no Jake Holmes this afternoon for the Rams. They turn it over. Smiler off the glass.
A nice strong move by Caleb Smiler right out of here. Kate in transition. Kate unable to defend that successfully.
Just saw Christian Martin walking around looking a lot better on that ankle. So some optimism there for Mike Kelly and the Nuggets.
Love the way that the Nugs are rebounding and going. Freeman lets it fly on the break. I don't want him to pass or two.
Oh, I like Patrick Freeman. He's been a really good addition to this team this season. There he is back the other way defensively as well.
How about the pace of this game now? Both teams really looking for that advantage in transition. With both teams doing solidly getting back for the most part.
Here he is again, Freeman. Ignores Bardsley, sends it out to Stoddart. Can hit a three. There you go.
Jimmy is pure right now. And he's got some fans here in the building excited to see that one drop. Max Stoddart up to 11 points on 4 of 5 shooting. Stretching this lead out to 15. Nuggies are dominating.
Just seeing if that was mum and dad up behind us in the stands for Max Stoddart. You're right, he has got some fans in the house. There he is, the big fella.
He's been playing well. Jumped out the gates for Otago in the Rapid League. 17 points in his first performance and first play game this season. And has excellent size and obviously that shooting ability.
Love the way he spreads the floor, Max Stoddart.
Just such a game changer when you have somebody who can defend on the interior, rebound, and still shoot like that.
Another shot short for the Rams, end to end, Stoddart.
What a beautiful catch by Stoddart. I mean, a nice pass, good recognition by Russ. It was a little bit high. Stoddart up to 13 points now.
Yeah, game high scorer.
Oh, and he just went down awkwardly, but was able to get up okay.
I'm guessing Nuggets coach Mike Kelly wants this game to hurry up and end.
Can we just stop it now?
10 pins at the moment for the Nuggets. Rusk to Freeman, searching, held the pivot foot but gave up the pass. Kate, strong, big opportunity there for the Rams. Foul is called.
Excellent hustle by Freeman getting back. He got the turnover but works his way back into the play. Ends up getting whistled for the foul. Oh, sorry, so that's a goaltend. So we've gone with the goaltend on that, I think. Hit the backboard. Well, it's what the whistle was for, so count the points. So take another look. That was a couple plays ago.
Amongst all of that, Casey, some great news for the Nuggets. Christian Martin is back on the floor.
Ah, he's good to go. Just a little tweak.
Bardsley.
Ooh. Keep him guessing. That Bardsley exploratory dribble. Pulls it out like he's going to take it away and then attacks to the left. And then that'll just be the quarter. Surprising that we didn't have a player timeout in that one.
Well, history tells us that many great people have risen on Easter Sunday. Christian Martin's done it this afternoon. He looked like he was down and out during that quarter. There he is. Great news. The ankle looks okay. And look at the Nuggets. They're out by 15.
Yeah, I don't think Christian Martin hurt that ankle 3 days ago, but it's still nice to see him bounce back quickly.
Any large pizza, 25% off with thanks to Cowles. What an Easter special that is. That is available until next Wednesday. Cowles NBL action coming your way this afternoon from Christchurch here at the Cauldron. We have been told it's a sellout today as well as the crowd continues to come in. Nuggets and the Rams. Chemist Warehouse, of course, the official stats partner of the Cowles NBL.
Yeah, fantastic to have the Chemist Warehouse on board. And speaking about the stats, have a quick look at things. It's the shooting percentages right now for the Nuggets. 55% on 22 shots. The Rams just 35% on 26. But even more importantly, 5 for 7 from deep for the Nugs. 1 for 8 for the Rams, and that's the big difference. Those 4 3-pointers, that's 12 points. That's the majority of this 15-point deficit the Rams are looking at.
So much action here in New Zealand basketball across Easter. 2 Easter Monday games to come in the Cowles NBL. Looking forward to that tomorrow. Early turnover here in the last quarter of the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Nuggets lead by 15.
If Boomer gets that catch inside, he needs to look at the rim. Instead, he tries to kick it out. Turnover. This is exactly what the Rams need to get back in this ball game.
Isaac hands it off to Kate over Boomer off the glass for 2.
I mean, really nice move by Yaka Kate there to get the finish, but I would like to have seen him shoot that jumper. Kai Isaac set it up for him.
Good penetration from Bardsley, sends it back outside.
2-3 zone from the Rams, getting in the lane for these penetrating passes.
Bardsley just lurking underneath. Look at the work ethic of this man. Have a look at that.
Well, you love to have that kind of athleticism and decision-making. Meeting the catch man on the low in that high-low action. Little pass fake, comes to the left, does well, but then it's the stick-to-itiveness. I don't get the first one, shot fake, take the harm, get the hoop, back to the Chemist Warehouse stretch for 1, and a chance for Matthew Bardsley to score his 8th point, which he doesn't take, but it's still a 15-point lead for the Nuggets.
In and out for Bardsley. Rams need a lot to go right from here.
Need to be looking for deep shots right now.
Tama Isaac doubled, sent it to the corner for Kate. Down it goes.
Beautiful shot, nice delivery right in the shooter's pocket. That enables Kate to get that one off quickly.
Martin turns it over. Bardsley was the target.
Yeah, trouble called on Kai Isaac on that one. Came to a little hop step and then took a jab step out of it. Needed to put that ball on the floor right after the jab step, doesn't do so. So that lessens the comeback opportunities.
Ooh. Got the sky blue New Balance.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Nuggies do a great job of supporting the New Balance partnership. We've got a couple of pairs of the sky blues on there. Match very well with their uniforms from a couple seasons ago.
It was Bardsley's kicks. Pass straight down the alley for Freeman. Good hand in there by Kate.
None of the Nuggets came back to the basketball. That enabled the Rams to stay in that passing lane and force that steal.
Big basket here for the Rams and maybe some late nerves for the Nuggets. Tama Isaac nowhere to go. Kaya now. Bardsley right there. Kaya Isaac muscling his way inside, leaves it short. It's been the tale of the story for the Rams here this afternoon.
They just can't quite find the form. The three-point shot hasn't been with them. And on this side, nice execution from the Nuggets, showing a lot of patience and penetrating with that pass against the zone.
Stoddart has had some sort of a game.
Well, just too big. Now up to 15 points on that finish. Lovely touch with the left hand after penetrating the defense with the dribble.
Shooting at 86% Stoddart as well, Case. That'll count for Tama Isaac. There he is, Big Mac Stoddart. His day today in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Here's the Tama Isaac basket.
Nice move against the bigger Stoddart, using his quickness, but then utilizing his strength to get himself to the basket off that finish.
Puts that down. He's up to 7 points. Rams missing 3 players today. Mana Martin, Jake Holmes, and Jonty Bond. I think they're all off in China, Casey, is it?
Yeah, New Zealand select team that's been asked to compete in the Atlas Games.
Caleb Smile.
Using the spin move to perfection there. Gets himself to the cup, and suddenly we have a huge lead. 13 points for this Nuggets team. That's going to go ahead and wrap this one. They're going to equal. I think they'll be moving up to the top of the table after this one. We'll see what the points percentage does for them. Yeah,
they've been really good this season in this competition. Lost their opening game before going on a 6-game winning streak. Lost last week, but they're about to bounce back in style. Freeman, bang!
Really nice movement coming out of the corner on that drive. Freeman initially has the catch in the deep corner. When that penetration goes middle, see how he lifts up out of the corner, makes himself available, just getting out of the vision of Kai Isaac for a second. That gives him that driving lane. And then he does the rest with the strength, shooting touch, right to the cup, off the glass for the finish, back to a 15-point lead.
And this is a young man, Casey, that Nuggets coach Mike Kelly calls upon in the Sal's NBL when he needs a spark. He always gives something, doesn't he?
He had a couple of huge performances. Of course, my first thought goes to that 9-2 Jets game as Kai Isaac misses the triple. But they were down big, and he had a couple three-pointers late that essentially got them in the game and enabled them to get that victory. Need some of that magic again tonight, I think.
Bardsley and Tama Isaac still having words, these two. Gotta love it. Tama Isaac just letting Matthew Bardsley know all about it. They lock horns again right here. Bardsley takes him on. And Tama Isaac called for the foul. Look at the disappointment on the young man's face.
I'm surprised Matthew Bardsley's not having a little bit something more to say. Talk all that yap. I'm taking you to the cup, young fella. I'm barely even a guard. Matthew Bardsley played with that one around the back, one around the world. Now let's see how the free throws go from the Chemist Warehouse.
Dead set. Tama Isaac has not stopped. Now he's headed over to the Barter card official. Still going.
Got to get your point across. It's always good to have a nice conversation, as long as it's a conversation.
Matthew Bardsley converts from the Chemist Warehouse. This is going to end up being a really good win for the Nuggets, and maybe the confidence they need headed in to this afternoon's Sal's NBL.
Taking it down to the wire. Don't know if we'll see any player timeouts in this one down the stretch. Kind of depends on how long the Nuggets go with this possession.
Bardsley, Boomer had it, picked it back up. Rusk just missed the target in the corner.
And if I'm the Rams, I'm probably calling a player timeout here. Advance the ball, give yourselves a little bit more time to score. Let's see what they do. No, they're just going to go. Yeah, they do.
Well, points percentage is everything. All of these points in the Rapid League go over to the Sal's NBL ladder. So you've got to score and you've got to play defense. Percentage is everything. Last night in the Sal's NBL, major upset. The Sharks took down the Bulls by 43 points, Casey. And in the process, the Bulls lost 4.2% on the ladder. Ouch.
That's about 1% for 10 points, so we know what the double is. Rule number one, try not to lose by 40, because that's going to put you in bad stead.
That was a major upset, wasn't it? What a huge Easter weekend it's been for the Sharks. 2 wins on the road. Dying seconds here off the BNZ player timeout. Freeman, and he calls his own BNZ player timeout. So the Nuggets will advance.
Let's see the defense being played on that last one of the game. Of course, you still have a chance to scan that QR code, because if the first one's nice, the second one is twice as nice. Scan that chance to win tickets to this season's games. The time is running out, and tickets are hot property, so get in there quick.
That is an Easter gift right there.
Nothing like free.
Forget about the Easter egg hunt. Grab some tickets to the Sal's NBL. Here we go, 2.5 seconds. The Rams forced them out and prevented a late score there. So a great win in the Sky Broadband Rapid League this afternoon here in Christchurch. The Nuggets get home by 16. Big confidence boost for the visitors heading into the Sal's NBL. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats from that one, and it's all about the shooting. Look at that, the field goal percentage, 59% to 36, and the three-pointers were dropping. 5 of 7 for the Nuggets, and just an all-round good game. Rebounds as well, 20 to 13. Max Stoddart, 15 points in that one. Here he is with Case.
Well, nice performance, Mac. You've been shooting the ball very well since you came into the Rapid League. How's that jump shot feel? 15 points tonight, but you had your eye in from deep.
Oh, I appreciate that, Casey. And I felt good out there. Good to be back in Cowles Stadium. But yeah, good to get around against the guys and play for the team. It's nice, yeah.
Speaking about that back in Cowles Stadium, heard some fans coming before. Do you have the parents here today? I don't know. Every time you hit a bucket, there was a lot of yelling in the crowd.
Oh yeah, I got a couple of friends out there. It's good to hear them. But yeah, awesome.
And then in this Rapid League, how do you find you're going to go play in the Sal's NBL next? How's the warm-up come to you? How do you find the prep time in between?
Oh yeah, it's great to get out there, get some shots up, get warm. Go great competition, game in, game out. It's a great warm-up before the main game.
Emphasis on the shots up.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Thanks for the time. Good luck in the next one.
So a 16-point win for the Nuggets in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, but all eyes now, an Easter Sunday clash coming your way. The Rams 5-2 on the season, the Nuggets 3-5. It's a big one. We're going to be back here real soon for the Rams and the Nuggets on Easter Sunday.
Oh, bowling DC. Yeah, yeah. Okie dokie. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. That's all up to the players. All up to the players, Troy.
Kia ora everyone, no mai, hara mai, hello and welcome to Cowles Stadium, the home of the reigning two-time champions, the Wheeler Motor Company Canterbury Rams. They're in form yet again, and today they welcome the night and day Otago Nuggets. And it's a big game, especially for the Nuggets. They sit 10th on the ladder, 3 wins from 5 games. And is the season on the line for the team in sky blue today? Can they rise on Easter Sunday? It's a must win for the Otago Nuggets here in Christchurch. Justin Nelson with you, sitting right alongside me, 4-time Sal's NBL champ. It's Easter Sunday. For Casey Frank, it's Chocolate Sunday. Good afternoon.
Chalkies for everybody, Justin. Who doesn't love a little bit of chocolate on Easter Sunday? Fantastic times, great to be here and excited about this matchup. The Rams, they haven't played in a wee while. Is that going to be a detriment to them, or will the Nuggets come out on fire because they've had a little bit more experience lately?
Let's have a look at the live poll and the way that it sits. Oh, some Nuggets fans in the house. Only 17% of our viewers are going with the visitors today. 3 wins from their 8 games, Case. They need to rise and step up here this afternoon.
They really do need to get the dubs. If they keep losing and dropping them, they're going to be there in that bottom quarter of the lineup. There's 3 teams in there right now, and the Nuggets do not want to remain there. A win will lift them out.
Busy times as always in the Sal's NBL, and Easter is no different. Well, you've been hopefully enjoying a break at home. The players have been up and down the courts in the Sal's NBL. The Hawks took down the Panthers, the Bulls on the road to the Nuggets, and how about those Sharkies?
The Sharkies first going on the road to Tauranga, getting that huge win, then backing it up with a huger win over the Franklin Bulls. In between the Jets, led from pit to post against the Hawks team with Corey Webster and Miles Gibson carrying the offense.
Bulls and Sharks, is that score right?
It's just a huge score, 43 points. No one was expecting that except for maybe Coach Yim.
Wow. Easter Monday action, looking forward to this. Saints and the Giants tomorrow afternoon right here on Sky Sport. And the Airs and the Tuatara Monday evening hoops to end what has been a busy Easter period. Sal's NBL ladder, this is the way it looks at the moment. Canterbury Rams, they've got a chance to jump one up over the Saints today.
It would all depend on getting the W, and of course getting that W by a lot of points. The Bulls, on the other hand, they dropped 4 percentage points, you told me, with that loss of 40 points last night. And now we get down to where the Otago Nuggets there, down in 10th place. Got to get number 4 today to try and keep pace with that top 6. And if they get that win, they're only 1 win out of the mix. They're right there. One mistake will get them right back into things.
It all change really quickly, can't it, Case? Let's have a look at the Nuggets and the way they will line up here today in Christchurch. Knox, Carey Jr., Perez, Seabury and Jansen. And I've got to say, if this team, these 5 players get out and do their job today, they're a chance, and especially if this man, Don Carey Jr., can get his hands on the ball.
Well, he's been such a big key to their offensive game, but last game out, that was his worst offensive performance. The only game this year he hasn't scored 20 points, and the big thing is the 3-pointers. He averages over 9 a game. The Bulls were able to limit him to just 5. He has to find a way to get himself involved early.
Nuggets fans, look for Don Carey Jr. this afternoon. Casey, you caught up with him a short time ago.
Don, coming into today's game, the Rams, very tough on their home court, especially early in ball games where they tend to jump out. How can the Nuggets limit their effectiveness early in this game and keep them from getting on a quick roll?
Yes, sir. That's kind of been a theme for us in practice this past week, just to try to set the tone, match their physicality, match their intensity, and slow things down for them and take them out of what they want to do.
And for yourself, such a key to the Nuggets offense, averaging over 9 3-point attempts per game. But last time out against the Bulls, they limited your attempts from deep and limited your effectiveness first game under 20 points this season. What lessons have you learned from that you can incorporate today so you're still an offensive threat against this Ram squad?
Just to keep the pace up on offense, and then I try to empower my teammates just to make plays. You know, the more plays my teammates make, the less stress it is on me, and then the more even the ball game will become.
Awesome. Well, the Rams are a tough proposition here in Christchurch, no doubt about that. They are the in-form team over the last couple of seasons, and they have started well again in 2025. Here's the starting lineup for the Rams. Brick, Sean McDonald.
Wait a minute.
First game in for the season, the 24-year-old star out of Melbourne. Welcome to New Zealand. Walter Brown, Tohi Smith-Milner, but I'm really interested in Kyle Bowen this afternoon. He's starting to find his feet.
Well, the rich get rich, and McDonald comes in, and Kyle Bowen, he's a unique player. He's got good size, he's got great strength underneath, but he's also got that three-point shot. I love the way he fits with Tohi Smith-Milner. They can both hurt you down low, they can both get it going from deep, but for me, it's his energy, it's his enthusiasm, especially on the glass.
Yeah, he's the #1 leading rebounder for the Rams. Let's go and have a chat with him now, Kyle Bowen.
Kyle, coming into today's game, the Rams have been noted for getting off to great starts, coming back into your home court, 9 days off since your last game. How can you keep that going today, keep that momentum going, even though it's been such a long time between drinks?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, definitely been a while. I think, you know, the whole team's kind of itching to play, but yeah, just coming out with, you know, fight first mentality. We're looking to bring the physicality. We know, you know, Otago's got some physical players who, you know, embrace that fight. So yeah, just coming out and trying to throw the first punch.
And speaking of physical players who embrace the fight, Jose Perez down low is a handful. Really good player, but he's got a great skill at getting fouled, going to the free throw line, 10 attempts a game, first in the competition. As a team, how do you convince yourselves to stay on your feet, not go for that fakes, which are so effective?
Yeah, absolutely. Credit to him. He does a great job of drawing the fouls. And yeah, we've just been preaching discipline all week, keeping hands out, showing the refs that, you know, we're contesting without fouling. But yeah, discipline, I think, is the key right there.
There he is, Kyle Bowen. Casey, let's have a look at our Chemist Warehouse player head-to-head. It is Kyle Bowen up against Don Carey Jr.
And two guys who can get it going in the quickness. Don Carey Jr., he's got to score over 20 points for the Nuggets to have a chance. Bowen, if he gets over 15, it's more of a bonus, but I expect that average to keep creeping up closer to 20 as this season goes along. Both excellent rebounders, Don Carey Jr., also there for the facilitation game, but you look at those percentages. Kyle Bowen especially impressive because he gets a lot of his looks from deep as well. If he can be that threat from the perimeter and still keep up close to 50%, that really bodes well for this Ram squad.
So there's the player head-to-head today, Bowen and Carey Jr. The all-important tale of the tape, the Chemist Warehouse team head-to-head, Rams and the Nuggets.
And it doesn't say rebounds on this stat, but it's all about rebounds. 47 points in the paint. Tohi Smith-Milner, Max Darling, those drives from the guards, they're all in there at all times. The Nuggets, not as many points in the paint, but they get a lot of fouls, so they go to the stripe a lot, so that doesn't count in that, but you look at the second chance points. Of course, the Nuggets or the Rams, one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the competition. Their offensive rebound rate is first. They get 33% of those shots back. Free throw attempts per game, 24 the Nuggets, and that's the big equalizer. Most of that comes from Jose Perez. He averaged 10 free throws per game. If the Nuggets can get him to the line with a consistency, they'll slow it down. They'll be able to play better defense. If the Rams can keep him off the line, you'll see that transition game get to work, and you'll see that scoring board start ticking up higher, close to triple digits.
So we're all set for a Sunday special in the Cells NBL. Hope you're well. Wherever you may be watching, Sky Open and Sky Sport here in New Zealand, ESPN in the United States, and FIBA YouTube right around the world. Happy Easter. The Buttercard officials, Matt Bathurst, Regan Ashley, and Blake Rosanowski with the whistles. Which way are our viewers going this afternoon? The mixandpick.com poll. And here we go, 21% with the Nuggets. Look at the Rams though, 46% believe the team in black will get home by 16 plus.
Yeah, no, I think the Rams are probably going to win, but this Nuggets team, for the most part, knows how to keep it tight. We've seen teams pull away from them, but they can really work their way back into things. The key for me is a fast start for that man right now, Don Carey Jr. If he gets a little bit of a look early, gets that eye in from deep, and is able to hit 4 or 5 three-pointers tonight, the Nuggets are going to stay in this game. The other way around, it could be difficult. And here's our ball presenter today, young Olive, 11 years old, born in Christchurch, dances for Leving's Dance Studio. Her favorite player, Walter Brown.
Oh, nice choice.
And apparently her favorite place in Christchurch is Cowles Stadium.
Really?
Well done, Olive. That is a fan. This building right here, gotta love it.
Underway, here we go.
Oh, what a start.
Sunday afternoon, happy Easter, Walter Brown.
That kills you as a coach. Why don't you have somebody back in a safety position just in case? Lost that. What a start in this Ram squad. They can get off with a quickness.
I want to get a stopwatch on that opening basket. That was less than 3 seconds. Don Carey Jr. Seabury. What can he do in here against Taylor Britt? Up over the top, off the iron, and here they come, the mighty Rams.
Look at this pace. They get down the court so quickly, and they attack you in that half-court execution.
Here's Sean McDonald. His first shot in the Cells NBL is a big three.
It was worth the wait, Canterbury Rams fans. Sean McDonald comes in, and look at this. Walter Brown forcing the turnover already. 45 seconds in, it's a 5-0 start. And that quick start the Nuggets were worried about, well, they're starting to sweat a little bit more about it.
GJ Gardner-Holmes replay, look at this. That is dead set 3 seconds right there.
If that, I'm saying 2.6.
Wow. Lightning stuff for the Rams today. Smith Milner, that would have been a big dagger early. Nuggets are down by 5.
I thought they had McDonald on that cut, didn't see him, ends up with a miss. Nuggets chance to get back in it.
Perez loves to get 2 feet inside the paint. Jansen with the miss from outside.
And Jansen's the guy that teams have been willing to sag off of. He's had some open looks. If he starts knocking it down, that defense is going to have to change.
Rams are on the move here. McDonald back-to-back, no.
I think the Nuggets pretty lucky there, not trailing that shot, giving McDonald a wide open look. He leaves it wanting.
Seabury, tough pass outside for Knox. Jansen now. Perez steadies, lines up from up high. Nothing but net.
He hasn't been shooting the ball well to start the season, but the last couple of games we've seen that he's more willing to take the three-point shot. And if he can get defenders to take that step closer, he's going to get even more opportunity at the cup.
Oh, McDonald, another wide open look. Wow, defensively, Nuggets need to lift on that.
Well, that's 2 in a row that were wide open. They haven't chased him well enough. Somebody's got to be in that trail position of McDonald and not give him those opportunities moving forward, because that's 3 wide open looks.
2024 most improved player in the Aussie NBL, Sean McDonald, 6 points in the game already. Jansen on Smith Milner, tough pass out for Kerry Jr. Late in the shot clock, goes from deep. And Jansen spikes it into the backboard.
Well, a bit of a hospital pass for Don Carey Jr. on that one. Jansen tosses it out there, and especially with Walter Brown closing out to him, he's got such great elevation and length that that's a very tough one-dribble pull-up to execute.
Well, we heard that 11-year-old Olive's favourite place in Christchurch is Cowles Stadium. I'm not so sure Mike Kelly agrees right now.
It is definitely not his favourite place in Christchurch. No doubt about it.
Brown somehow found Bowen, add another 2. Timeout, Nuggets. It's definitely not Mike Kelly's favourite place. What a start from the team in black today.
Excellent speed of execution, both in transition and in the half court. Everything they do is with a purpose.
Well, Taylor Britt's had a big week. He is headed back to the Aussie NBL. Let's go and catch up with the Rams skipper.
Well, Taylor, doing very well in the New Zealand NBL right now, but that's led to an opportunity with the Breakers. Been a while between drinks at that level. You've been back. What's it feel like this week to have all this hard work rewarded and get another chance in the Australian NBL?
Yeah, it's super exciting. Like you said, long time in between playing in that league. Wasn't sure if it was going to happen, but I guess by playing in this league was get to show what I can do and lead to an opportunity with the Breakers.
Just as a player coming through all that time, I mean, the perseverance for you personally, emotionally working to that, not getting that opportunity, how close were you thinking it wasn't going to happen again? You mentioned there you might not. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I started going to university, planning for other things, but it was always the goal, stay here in Canterbury and keep playing, hopefully get the opportunity, and I guess the persistence paid off.
And a bit of a reunion of sorts. Coach Judd's going to at the same time. Go back there, even though he's sort of part of the program again, not really part of the program. What's going to be like having him on the sideline, but as an assistant coach?
Yeah, can't get away from him with the Tall Blacks, Rams and Breakers now, but no, it's awesome. He's really helped me a lot in my career. The past few years playing under him, a lot of confidence instilled in me, and it's going to be awesome to get to play for him up there as well.
What a success story. Taylor Britt, captain of the Rams. Can't get away from Judd Flavel.
And I don't think he'd want to, as you see a nice cut, nice execution after timeout. Exactly what Coach Kelly wanted to see. But back to Taylor Britt, I mean, worthy of the opportunity he's been given. He's worked so hard. He's transformed his game, become a much better offensive player. And I think he's going to have a role to play with that Breakers lineup.
Most improved in the Cells NBL last season. This man right here, who's averaging 20 points a game in season 2025, leading the way for the Rams. They go back to the well again. Turnover there.
Just that extra pass that time. Probably wanted to look to the perimeter, tried to squeeze it in the middle. Nice deep Nuggets.
Seabury's spinning back to the basket. They're hanging in there, the Nuggets.
And Seabury's a player I'd like to see get more aggressive. I don't think we've seen his best yet. He could, I think, turn it on a little bit offensively, give him a little bit of freedom. He might show us a big game.
McDonald, oh, darling. He knew what he wanted to do with it. He just forgot to catch it first.
And that's not what you want to see if you're Coach Quinn Clinton coming out of the timeout. Got off to that hugely quick start. 10 points right out of the gate. But then out of that timeout, they relaxed. And the Rams have done this a couple of times. We've seen these hot starts, but they also let teams back into the mix.
Love the pressure up the floor there for the Rams. They force a turnover. Britt to Bowen. Kaya Isaac into the mix now. Darling from the corner. He loves that spot.
Had a couple opportunities to penetrate with the pass there. Rams didn't do it. End up with a contested triple.
Here's the sneaky Jose Perez. Draws two players, sends it out to Carey Jr. Do the Rams keep it in? Or they do just.
Now fast break opportunity, 5-on-4.
Brown had Darling inside. They reset.
Good transition defense there, scrambling, slowing things down, but have to keep it up.
Britt to Bowen, good hand, Jansen.
Oh, nice rotation to be exactly in the spot you need to be. Get a huge block.
This will tie it up. Darcy Knox.
Nuggets back in the mix. And I mentioned this at the beginning. They know they have a knack for working their way back into the ball game. They've done so again. Now, can they keep up this level of execution?
8-zip run to the Nuggets. How about the dime there from Britt to Bowen?
And that's the thing that could drive Coach Mike Kelly crazy. You play excellent defense for 4 straight possessions and then just lose the cutter to the basket for the easy finish for Bowen.
Carey Jr. yet to score. He's had a couple of looks. Perez. Patience. Oh, nice little hand in there from Bowen. Falls to Carey Jr. though. Forces it outside. Shot clock at 2. Oh, Perez stepping around.
Just clever footwork, clever use of the ball, and excellent understanding of what the shot clock was left over as Jose Perez lifts his game up to 5 points.
All locked up midway through the first quarter this afternoon. Maxwell Darling. Wow.
Just straight line drive. Taylor Britt on a quick rip through comes down. Perez has no option other than to swing all the way over for the help. That second rotation doesn't come through. And we get the rim rocker from Max Darling. I don't know that the shot clock up high. It looks like it's coming down a little bit further. Well, see, look at Perez calling for the rotation. He's telling Seabury, rotate down. I have to come over. You have to come down with me. Doesn't happen. Highlight for everybody.
Max Darling grabbed that rim like a plate of hot cross buns. And we've got a backcourt violation here.
Yeah, didn't see the backcourt when he was coming over, but that's the whistle.
And just didn't get that foot down, did he, Seabury?
It's so 8 seconds that was. Just a half second late. Normally when you're that close, they kind of let it go, but gonna have to be aware of it.
Sky Broadband Rapid League result earlier today. The Nuggets home by 16, 45-29. Very good win. Tama Isaac into the action now. The teenager slips, leaves the Molten behind. Perez, hard charge to the basket.
Well, he's just so good at looking for that contact. Kai Isaac plays it well. Oh my goodness, that lane is open.
Well, that was as wide open as you'll get, Case.
Well, let the seas part. It's fitting on Easter Sunday.
Oh dear, he's up and about, isn't he? Jansen inside. In fact, Max Stoddart out there.
Yeah, nice find. Stoddart picking up where he left off in the Rapid League. He's been picking things up in the South NBL, the scoring side. Apologies
to those out there who don't like dad jokes on a Sunday, Case. Walter Brown with
no apologies for me. They're going to keep coming.
16 apiece. Bardsley into the action. Got a great halftime interview with Matthew Bardsley today as well. The man of many nicknames. Make sure you join us for that. Perez is getting busy right now. Big contact. Oh, he's made it.
Well, he felt the contact. He thought Max Darling's arm was in there. He just wanted the whistle. Doesn't get the foul, but unbelievable touch shown to get that. And now a 2-point lead for the Nuggets once again.
That is some sort of a basket. Nuggets were down 10-2. So this is a 16-6 run, and they've forced another turnover.
Jose Perez up to 9 points on 4 of 4 from the field. But as impressive as the offense is, it's the defense. We'll take another look at that one. No foul there. I'm glad they didn't see a whistle. Perez is hunting that contact, but him politicking for it there might get a whistle later on in the game.
CJ Penner into the game for the Rams. First time this season the Rams have had all 3 international players. There's 3 imports in uniform today. Sean McDonald joining the crew from Melbourne.
If this is a bucket, it's going to be timeout for the Rams. I don't think Coach Quinn Clinton likes what he sees defensively.
Tough shot goes down for Carey Jr. Timeout Rams. Spot on case. And the Nuggets up and about now.
Well, they're finding freedom of movement on the offensive end, and I think that's what QC doesn't like. We're going to hear about it in a second. We're going to go into that huddle, but take a look at this. Don Carey Jr., what a pull-up. He's got that ability to create space when there isn't much to begin with. But I think defensively, the Rams need to see an uptick in effort and energy.
Here's Quinn Clinton.
All right, fellas, offensively we're good. Just a little bit more movement, ball movement. Stay aggressive. If the first thing doesn't work, just get straight to the next action. Okay? Defensively, you were close. We've had some really good possessions. Just more hand activity. They made some tough ones. More hand activity. Stay in on the last. Like they're going to hit the roller. They're not going to hit the skip. Okay? Next play here, we've got punch flurf, UT. So TB, Tohi, you're setting this. Dive out. CJ, get here. Taylor's lifting. Pass. Cut underneath. Brush cut. Tama, you're out of there quick. Kai, this will be you spacing. Okay? All right, offensively, we're in a good spot. Just defensively, tidy up a few things. High hands, hand pressure, ball pressure. Okay? All good? All right, here we go.
Well, if Easter eggs and hot cross buns aren't your thing on Easter Sunday, I know what is Casey's thing, the 25% off any large pizza. That's this week's special with thanks to Sal's. Available till next Wednesday. 2 free slices.
Perfect on Easter Sunday because that dough is risen. It's fantastic. Nothing like 25% off. I always go for the most expensive one because I want the biggest discount, Justin. Got to go for the biggest discount.
It's a theory that works. Mike Kelly, gee, he'd be really happy with the way the Nuggets have answered this one.
What a response. I mean, we're
Big
down
time.
10-2 to come out, go on a 21-6 run. Really impressive turnaround.
Let's see what the Rams can do out of that timeout. Tama Isaac, Brett through the paint. Good defense by Carey Jr. Oh, turning it over, Max Stoddart, and Smith Milner makes him pay.
Well, Taylor Britt just sneaks back out, doesn't complain about the call, instead gets back into play, knocks it free. Tohi Smith Milner, the recipient of that hard work.
Here's Donald Carey Jr. Just wearing some contact there from Smith Milner. Actually, some news on Tohi Smith Milner. It was thought he was only here for a short period of time this season, but we've now heard he's here for the entire season.
That's a huge pickup for the Rams to be able to have him throughout the entirety. It was always expected he'd be back for the business end of the season, but to not have that break, I think better for the Rams certainly, but also better for Tohi and his family. Young, first-time father, about 4 months old at home, so getting used to the non-sleeping patterns, and you surely wouldn't want to go back and forth with the baby at that stage.
Kyle Bowen with the foul. 1:44 to play in this entertaining first quarter. Oh, the setup was right. Bardsley had to take it mid-air. And in the end, they've fluffed it.
Well, nice fight inside, but just the size of the Rams down low made that an impossible angle for Bardsley to get out of. Love the attack, love the mindset. But this is a team that doesn't turn the ball over very often. Second best in turnover percentage. That's unfortunate for them on that possession.
Rams out by 8 early.
Mismatch down low, and Caleb Smiler gets a little too physical. Just gets in there with the hands. I like the work rate. He's giving up some size, and he understands he's giving up some size. So he got out there to work hard, but he has to do so without pushing. Take a look at that hand right there in the back, just a shove. Easy whistle for the refs to make.
Yeah, not going to get away with that.
Well, it all depends. Depends on how small you are and how big the guy is. The bigger you are, the easier it is to get two hands in the back and get away with it.
Speaking from experience, Sean McDonald, oh, he's already drained a couple of big ones in this opening quarter. That one was in and out, rocked the rim. Kerry Jr., Smiler, that one over the top. And now the Rams come again. Kaya Isaac, Bowen sealing inside. McDonald had a sneaky look, goes back to Isaac, bumps a body, doesn't get the soft roll. Kyle Bowen slapped away by Jansen.
And look at the hustle. The ball is just falling to the Nuggets because they're creating their own luck with hard work and timely cuts.
Kerry Jr., up and under.
Well, nice use of the up fake. Learn a thing or two from Jose Perez. McDonald can't stay on the ground, keeps from getting the foul, but back to a 5-point lead.
Oh, Penner, catch and shoot, why not?
Only been in the game for a couple of minutes, didn't see him for a long time, but he is confident in that stroke, and he liked the way it felt, gave himself a bit of an up on that one.
First look for CJ Penner this afternoon, and we're back to 2. Dying seconds. Jansen, spin cycle stuff on Bowen.
Love to see that kind of attack by Jansen. Hasn't been going well from deep. Now he attacks the rim.
Britt, Bowen, takes some contact down low. Foul on Max Stoddart. And a chance at some late points for the Rams. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. There's the setup.
Look at that perfect pocket pass.
Gee, not a lot of contact there either.
Not a ton of contact, but it's the reaching. If you're gonna reach and it looks like a foul, it's gonna be tough to get the benefit of the doubt. You know, you gotta keep those hands out. Kyle Bowen, happy to get these free throws. Off at the Chemist Warehouse. The unorthodox stroke. I'll tell you what, it's effective.
Certainly is effective. That's his 5th point of the game. 70% shooter this season from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, Kyle Bowen. Here's a good look at that technique. Second one down, 4 seconds to play. Late chance here for the Nuggets. Bardsley needs to get it in and does. Perez, he'll know the clock here. Pulls up from deep. Not too far away. So 1 quarter down. Great Sunday contest for Easter. Nuggets lead it by 2. Casey has Jose Perez.
Jose, you guys were down 10 points early in that one. Great start. What was said in the timeout that got the Nuggets to turn things around?
Just had to turn it up defensively, get into their body and call out what we were doing defensively out.
Thanks for the time. Good luck in the second quarter. We'll be back after these messages with the Nuggets up 25-23 after 1 quarter.
No, my hockey mate, welcome back to Cowles Stadium this afternoon. Rams with a lightning start, but this Nuggets team has responded, Casey Frank.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of getting back in transition, in particular, finding a way to slow down a Rams team that came out excited. course, the Rams haven't played in 9 days. They came out with a hiss and a roar, but they've slowed down since then because of great Otago Nuggets defense.
Well, let's head straight down to the sidelines. Nuggets coach Mike Kelly good enough to join us. Hey, Mike, got to be really happy with the response through the back half of that quarter.
That's funny. You skip over the whole first half of that quarter. But, yeah, the response was good. We were running around a little crazy in the first part of that quarter. But, yeah, guys responded, kept playing hard throughout.
The defense, since that initial thing where the Rams had 10 points in about 3 minutes, you shut that down to 15 or 13 the rest of the quarter. From your point of view, what was the key defensively to slowing them down in the half court?
Well, there was a couple of really bad switches early where Sean McDonald got free. He missed a couple, but he had wide open threes, and I thought we were just better being a little bit more connected through the rest of the quarter. So that's what we got to keep doing all the way on the defensive end. And we're good enough on offense if we take care of the ball, but yeah, we got to be better on defense.
Great to see you here in New Zealand. Mike, we'll let you get back to the job at hand. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Mike Kelly, coach of the Nuggets, back-to-back baskets for Toy Smith-Milner.
And the streak continues of a coach having something he doesn't want to happen while he's talking to us. Wants to take care of the ball. Turnover in front of him right as he's saying it.
They must hate us sometimes. Christian Martin
all the way through. That's a tough miss because all that work and to see that one bounce, that really lifts the opposition.
Sean McDonald. Oh, Smith-Milner underneath. Athletic stuff. And some contact there from Smith-Milner in the end.
I think Seabury might have sold that one a bit. Little accentuation on the contact. Nice fight on the rebound, though. I like how he went back into things, and there the ball goes up, and I'm not sure what that hit other than the ball. but hey, if there's a time to do a little bit of acting, it's on the road in Cowles Stadium. The road team deserves all the calls they can get because they ain't easy.
Well, he just made Toy Smith-Milner look like Muhammad Ali.
Floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee.
Wow. Rams got their noses in front. Good start to the second quarter for the home team.
That was close to another 8-second call. Just got it across in time.
And Tama Isaac's a real pest defensively too.
He's solid on all aspects defensively. Christian Martin let it fly.
Hello. And he did. He actually tweaked an ankle in the earlier Sky Broadband Rapid League game, so it's good to see him out there. Tama Isaac around Jansen. Oh, they score again.
Really nice change of speeds by Tama Isaac on that drive. Coming off that second of the double screens, hesitates, explodes out of it to create that angle for the left-hand finish on Jansen.
One thing to keep an eye on here this afternoon, the Rams have 7 players who average 11 points or more per game, and that's without Sean McDonald. 7 at 11 plus points per game. The Nuggets have 4.
Yeah, with a full complement of imports, we're going to see how that's going to shift because the minutes just aren't going to be there for guys at the back of the bench. And most teams across the league do play more like the Nuggets. They're focused on 3 or 4 guys who can really score the ball, and somebody else will pop up occasionally. It makes this Rams team very difficult to defend. You don't know where they're going to go. You don't know what they're going to go play to play. But it doesn't make it easy to defend the Nuggets. You know they're going there, but knowing and stopping it, those are 2 different things.
Casey, nobody does more shopping at the Chemist Warehouse stripe than that man right there, Jose Perez. 10 a game. 10
attempts per game, just above a Dan Greta, who's only been in the league about half as many games now. But he just does, he looks for fouls, but he does a great job of getting players in bad positions defensively. They reach for the basketball, he finds the arms, he finds that contact, but he does so still looking at the basket and still finishing at a high percentage of those shots.
Absolutely. When it comes to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, Jose Perez has a limitless gift card underneath. Oh, big rebound, Tama Isaac, and look out, through comes Max Darling. Smith-Milner going back, and that is just relentless hard work from the Wheeler Motor Company Canterbury Rams.
Well, they're just great on the offensive glass. They are so good on the offensive glass. So second chance opportunities keep coming for them, and third chance opportunities. Look at that rebound for Tama Isaac, and they are the best in the competition in terms of offensive rebound rate. They get a third of their misses back.
Yeah, 13 of them a game. As you said, best in the competition. And that was just a classic example.
It is, and the relentlessness of it is what's the key. How many times? Relentlessness. Was there an echo in here?
Surely we weren't due to get a stick-to-itiveness there.
The relentless first. The stick-to-itiveness is one guy. The relentlessness is every player on the team. There's 5 players, and all of them are thinking offensive rebound. Started with the point guard, Tom Isaac. He didn't get back. He snatched that out of the defender's hands.
Carey Jr., tough pass inside for Jansen, got it back, goes underneath to Seabury. They made something out of nothing there, the Nuggets.
It's not smooth, but it's effective. Now, the passing lanes have a lot of hands in it. If they could get the cleaner passes, it'd be easier to finish.
Isaac just dumps it off to Smith-Milner, who's having a big start to this second quarter.
Yeah, Jansen has to help on the drive, leaving Smith-Oper for the little dump and finish. He's up to 9 points.
Wide open 3. Jono Jansen, Carey Jr. gets it back. Goes straight back out to Jansen. Had a long look at that one. Timeout Rams. Quinn Clinton wants a chat. And we're all tied up.
Something's in the water in the South Island, in the Deep South in particular. The Sharks, 2 wins on the trot. The Nuggets coming into the cauldron and have a tied up after that triple. Jansen, second time around. It always feels better once you got your eye in.
Well, our big talking point coming into this one this afternoon, Casey, was the Nuggets at 3 wins, 5 losses. Season on the line. Had to get up and win this one. And I reckon this man, Mike Kelly, has come in with the same message.
Yeah, they needed desperation in this first quarter and a half. They've been desperate.
You get last here. Shoot someone out on yours.
Quinn
You got to
Clinton
communicate someone out there. Okay?
having a chat. 6:42 left to play in this opening half. It is absolutely game on. Easter Sunday, hope you're enjoying it wherever you may be tuning in around New Zealand and the world. As Casey likes to call it, Chocolate Sunday. How were your kids this morning?
They were filled with chocolate on an Easter egg hunt that I did not get to take part of. Sorry, babe. I was down here in Christchurch while my wife took care of that herself.
Here we go.
Official stats partner of the NZNBL, Chemist Warehouse.
I'm just hoping that by the time I get back tonight, the kids are already asleep. They're not on chocolate overdrive.
Well, there won't be any of that left for you, that's for sure. Great to see so many families and kids here on Easter Sunday. I was at Fly Palmy Arena on Good Friday. What a crowd that was for the Jets and the Hawks.
They've been thirsty for some success. They've got a quality team, and now the entirety of the Green Army's coming out.
Yeah, massive crowd, so good to see. Back underway, Bowen wide open. Isaac missed that one.
Nuggets are doing an excellent job on the glass. Yes, there's some opportunities, but overall, they're really rebounding well. They're boxing out physically, and they're finding a man to hit.
Jansen, good to see him back in the competition after a few years.
Perez likes this post up. He's going to take his time down here.
Gets underneath Brown, got a hand on it. 1 shot, 2 shots, good in the end.
Pad those stats. Nice defense. Walter Brown get a hand up, gets the first block, but the stick-to-itiveness of Jose Perez, 3rd time's the charm.
There we go, Max Darling back of the iron.
Another rebound for the Nuggets. Jansen and Seabury combined for that one, and now they've got a pep in their step. Oh, that was for Jansen. He didn't look. That was not an air ball. That was a late pass to Jansen. Would have been right on him. But when it looks like a shot like that, that big's giving up. He came right to him. He was going to come right to the spot right there.
Yeah, and he knew it straight away, Jono Jansen.
But when you're big, you see the guard get into that shooting motion, you've stopped thinking pass. You're chasing that one down on the glass.
Brown.
Nice pass.
One side to the other. Kaya Isaac.
Well, really good, quick straight line penetration, but then the look away. He's looking up to the wing, shifting the defense so he can get that pass corner ball to Isaac.
Hot contest right now. Add another 2 for the Nuggets. Don Carey Jr.
I actually thought he might have gotten hit with the travel, but the contact would cost the loss in footing. And he's able to get that shot up before actually traveling. The responses from the Nuggets have been impressive. Take a look at this nice drive, gets him on the hip. There's the contact, and doesn't take the extra step. He just gets it up. Don Carey Jr. What I like about his game today is not completely dependent on the three-point shot. He shoots over 9 triples a game, and obviously that's where he's going to get his bread buttered most of the time. But if you can keep the defense honest with penetration like that, and with a high percentage from inside the arc, it's going to make that perimeter look that much easier to get.
He's up to 8 points now, Don Carey Jr. Perez being a pest. Here they come, they've got numbers. Add another 2, no. unable to finish. Carey Jr. Bardsley keeps it alive. Seabury for 3.
Second chance opportunities. Bardsley hustles down, doesn't get the kick ahead for the layup, but stays with the play, creates that opportunity for Seabury, and the Nuggets feeling good.
They are feeling good. Walter Brown, pass inside the Bowen, misses the bunny.
That's a crusher. He just got caught in between thinking about dunk and layup. And when you go up to dunk and you don't quite get there, it becomes a really difficult touch shot to finish. Fortunate for him, he was able to fight his way back and regain possession.
Yeah, this is the day when you don't want to miss bunnies.
Wide open. Really nice cut by Brown, brings in Perez, but the space that Darling had might have been a bit too much.
And he's usually good from that spot on the floor here at Cowles as well, isn't he? Look at this, Nuggets by 5. 13 in the game for Perez Jr. Shot clock down to 4. Carey Jr. launches it. And there's a little push underneath. Bardsley has absolutely taken the officials for a ride there. Taylor Britt knows it as well.
The contact was there, and I know TB's been in the weight room, but he hasn't been in the weight room this much.
Come on, come on.
There have been, and Bardsley lets him know about it afterwards. He just like, I got you on that one. But once again, it's the hands up. If you put those hands high in the back, that's going to make it a whistle. When you attack with those hands out, you're probably not going to get that call, even if you displace the guy who's boxing you out.
I'd love to see Matthew Bardsley move into real estate or used cars at some stage down the track. Jono Jansen, here he is, speaking of the devil. The
used
slippery
cars?
Well, he's a salesman. Getting up. Carey Jr. Oh, they've got a back case. Seabury is fouled. They just keep getting it back.
We're seeing some real opportunistic steals by the Nuggets. They're not jumping the passing lanes, but they're hanging around in them. That one, Seabury just last second says, I'll just stay out here, see if I can get it. And goes to the body of Walter Brown, who contests well, but that late reach, that's what sends Seabury to the chemist, a warehouse stripe. And he's going to be looking for points 8 and 9 if he can get them, as soon as we get these moppets in here.
Sal's NBL Easter Monday action coming your way tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, the Saints and the Giants. The Giants desperate for a win, and they've let go of another import.
Well, it's tough times down in Nelson, but I wouldn't sleep on them just yet. It's going to be obviously a difficult road to get into that Final Six mix, but they still have some players to come, obviously another import. And then we've got Cal McRae still yet to suit up for them.
I've got to tell you, you're optimistic, Casey, because I reckon the Giants at 0-6, that beanstalk is halfway chopped down.
Well, I'm not talking about finals race. I'm just talking about them beating other teams. That's a team that's going to continue to work hard and be in there for the mix of wins.
Taylor Britt in and out. There's another game tomorrow night as well, the Airs and the Tuatara. Now, that is a big game, isn't it? Huge contest.
Yeah, the Airs have been maybe the most inconsistent team this year. Their highs have been so high, but at times that offense just gets gummy into half court. And you got this Tuatara squad coming to town. That is a different animal right now.
Yeah, they're the hottest team in the competition at the moment. Give and go, Carey Jr., that was nice.
And the size of Don Carey Jr. makes that possible. He just gets himself, flops right down, and lots of mistakes right the Rams right now. They're not as locked in as they started the game.
Yeah, they're in a bit of trouble. Brown, this defense standing up. Isaac, he comes up short. Margin's at 9. Bardsley. Jansen wanted to go to the basket then.
I'm surprised he just didn't work that matchup.
Corner, Seabury, tough shot. Tough shot is good.
3-ball corner pocket hits every bit of the rim. He barely even saw that. He had to put that up so high. Really nice contest by CJ Penna.
I reckon he was behind the line of the backboard there.
I mean, he had to throw that thing up with some arc. Good thing we've got like a little bit of a sphere in the middle of this building, because if it was flat across, I don't know, it might have hit the ceiling.
Look at this, we're out to 12, believe it or not.
This is not on anybody's bingo card coming in.
It has been a week for upsets, and there's a turnover.
Well, just solid defense, no double coming. Kyle Bowen doesn't get the defender at time in Seabury to jump up, and Seabury does just a really nice job using his chest, staying in the middle, taking that chair away at the right time when he's expecting that contact. And the half court hasn't been great for the Rams in this one. Had a lot of activity in transition, got off to that blinder of a start, but since then, they haven't really been able to create those easy opportunities we've been so used to seeing from them this season.
Chemist Warehouse stats, the Nuggets shooting at 51%, Rams at 41% from downtown. The Nuggets at 40%. The Rams 4 of 14 from outside the arc at 29%. Here's Perez, always looking to create. Gets it back from Bardsley. Knocked away by Bowen. It was a good hand in the end. Tama Isaac comes, hands it back to Bowen. Bang!
Oh, I love that from Tama Isaac. Mowing the bigs behind him, trying to set him up for the big dunk, and he gets that flush. What a block on the way back. Bowen at both ends doing it.
And here we go, Rams with some momentum.
But look at the hustle, stay in the offensive glass, and now a chance to slow it down or let it fly.
Oh, big time at the moment for Kyle Bowen. How huge would that have been?
Might have wanted to take a little bit of a breather there. He's got right back into action, but good response from the Rams. Can they keep it going?
Carey Jr. Well, he was bumped like a pinball on the way to the basket, held his nerve, held his composure, and added another 2. He's got 12. Have a look at this case.
He's got 12, but only 1 triple. Finding that contact. And I think he's actually creating that contact. I probably wouldn't say that's a foul, but the aggressiveness gets rewarded. His fantastic effort driving the basketball, opening up those lanes, and getting himself some activity to the lane.
24-14 second quarter for the Nuggets. They're out by 12. They came in knowing just how important this one was. Let's not forget the Rams had a 9-day break ahead of this afternoon.
And that 9-day break, quite often, when you come back from that, you're all full of vinegar and something else to start the games off. And that's why you see that fast start. But you do have to get that second win. And right now, the Nuggets have it. The Rams looking for it.
Taylor Britt just opens things up.
Well, we've seen the breakdowns defensively from the Nuggets a few times. That time, you cannot leave Taylor Britt wide open. Just his first bucket of the game, 1 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, that is surprising. Averaging 20 points a game so far this season. Offensive foul. That'll be against, is it Max Stoddard?
No, it's on Don Carey Jr. with the push-off.
Carey Jr., yeah.
He got into the chest and pushes off on him. Just fantastic defense from the teenager. A gritty, physical player. And you mentioned earlier a bit of a pest, and that's kind of pest activity is how you get somebody to put that arm in your shoulder. He's having a chat about it. Can have a longer one because the Nuggets have called timeout. They want to discuss things as the Rams have a chance to cut this under 10 for the first time in a wee while.
Well, Mike Kelly knew he was in for a big afternoon at the office, down by 8 in the opening minutes of this game. Now up by 10. He's called a timeout here. Jose Perez having a fair bit to say. Let's head down and have a listen into the former Aussie NBL superstar, Mike Kelly, now coaching the Nuggets here in New Zealand.
Hey, Caleb, get Christian. I don't care who takes the ball out of bounds, and I don't really care who brings it up, but it's one of you two, okay? Right now, we're getting it back to Caleb. We're in horn zoom. Horn zoom, okay? We got DC right here. Jalen, you're over here, okay? Horns 5, sorry, horns 5. We're here, okay? You're in the middle right there. We're pinning down. You're off to the corner there, Caleb. We're coming off on zoom action right there. We got Jose right around the corner, okay? Here we go. Hey, twist on defense. Here we go.
A lot of confidence in that camp right now. Trans-Tasman Throwdown. The series is coming your way. 3 games between the Tall Blacks and the Boomers, and the Tall Blacks and the Opals, including May 11 at Globox Arena in Hamilton. Grab your tickets for that one now. A big double-header. The Aussies and the Kiwis going head-to-head. Casey's on the edge of his seat right now as I talk through that.
Got some good memories playing the Aussies. A couple of not-so-good ones as well.
You're a bit twitchy there, Case.
But I focus on the positives. Well, I got an Australian talking next to me about a Boomers Tall Blacks matchup. You're lucky you're not bleeding, Justin.
Oh, I saw a fist come out there. Smith-Milner out of that timeout scores. Leaning in, Isaac with the foul.
Looks like Tom Isaac might take a knee to the inside of his leg there. Let's see if he walks around a little bit ginger. Yeah, I think he just took a knee to the inside of it. That might send him to the bench for a couple of minutes. It's just one of those awkward areas. You just have no muscle on the inside of that knee. And if it hits in the right spot, it can cause some serious discomfort.
So Tama Isaac will take a seat.
He picked up his first personal foul on that one.
Really important patch of the game here. Nuggets have been brilliant, it must be said, over this opening half. A lot to like about the intensity and passion they've brought to Christchurch this afternoon.
That's just the second foul on the Nuggets, or sorry, on the Rams this quarter. Nuggets already with 5, so already in the bonus.
Kerry Jr. starting to get going as well. He's got 12 in the game to go with 6 rebounds, 4 assists.
So I swapped that. That's the 5th personal foul on the Rams and just 2 on the Nuggets in this quarter.
He was one of the players that we said coming into this one, Casey, that everyone needed to keep an eye on. And
well, especially because the Bulls gave a little bit of a blueprint. If we can keep this guy from getting hot, you can beat this team. 8 points against the Bulls. First game this season, he didn't hit the 20-point marker, much less single figures. And that just was too much of a load for his Nuggets teammates to carry. He's come out in this one and has not relied on the triple. That's what I've been impressed by, his activity early in this one. He's 5 for 10 from the field, but only 1 for 4 from the three-point line. That means he's 4 for 6 attacking the basket, and that aggressiveness going to the cup.
Nuggets have got some fans in the house today.
At least one. I wonder if there's some Max Stoddard relations.
He'll be pretty happy with what he's seen so far, as Don Kerry Jr. adds another couple. Easter weekend, it's been a weekend for upsets in the Sal's NBL. How about those Southland Sharks taking down 2 top 4 teams in the Fi and the Bulls?
Putting themselves right into the mix. 4 wins now after getting, or 5 wins now after 2 in the trot. Impressive.
Isaac, that was well off to the left.
Ball's not getting through hands for the Rams. They have to move this thing around and force this Nuggets defense to be a bit more active in the rotation.
BNZ player timeouts alive for both teams. Seabury pulls up for 3.
Feeling good. Seabury looking like the game of the season right now. He's got 15 points on 5 of 6 from the field.
Dare I say it, that was a Seabury 3.
Let's keep that one in the shop, see if we can't work on it a bit.
We won't go with that one anymore. Leaning in, Perez. He won't be happy with that. How many fouls for Jose Perez? Is that his second? First.
Not a lot of fouls overall for the Nuggets. 5 fouls in total, and that's 5 different players with 1 apiece.
Mike Kelly bringing in Matthew Bardsley for these final seconds, just upping the defense. McDonald, Smith-Milner on the attack, hands it off. Penner, haven't seen much of him, but that'll do. And I reckon we've got...
they called the timeout.
Yep, Jose Perez straight away calling the BNZ player timeout. So there's going to be a second or 2 added to the clock here. Now, importantly, the Nuggets advance, and they will get, you would think, the last shot.
I think we're looking at 1.5, but possibly more importantly, it's your chance to get a ticket to the big game thanks to BNZ's player timeout. Scan that QR code right now for a chance to win tickets to this season's games, but get in quick. We're a fourth of the way through the season already.
Is that a quarter?
It could be. Is that how that one works? I'm a fractions guy, not a percentage.
BNZ player timeout. Oh, Casey Frank just rolling them all out this afternoon. All the kiddies with their Easter eggs enjoying the fun of Casey Frank. Right, here we go. Who do they go to here, Case?
Well, it's got to be Jose Perez or Seabury. That's who I'm trying to get the ball to late.
Smiler to bring it in, 1.1. Bardsley was open all the way over the top. That's tough. And I'll tell you what, this may open the chance here for the Rams.
Well, I think we're going to have a full timeout. The Rams have a timeout remaining. Or I thought they had a full timeout remaining.
Well, no time off the clock, and there it is. BNZ player timeout called by Sean McDonald. Has to be the player with the ball that calls it. And out of that, the Nuggets had 1.1 to come up with something, and because they've thrown it out of court, it now gives the Rams a chance at the same time.
Yeah, the only thing Caleb Smiler couldn't do with that inbounds pass was chuck it out of bounds without anybody touching it. Even if you don't get a great shot, you don't want to give the Rams that chance to find a little bit of momentum. You're up 11 points. It just, the difference between 11 and 9 at halftime is monumental.
Well, this is a massive play, because if the Rams score out of this, it's a huge blow for the Nuggets. And as it is, Smith-Milner cannot hit that deep three. What an opening half this afternoon in the Cowles NBL for the team in blue. The Nuggets lead this by 11. Outstanding stuff on the road. A lot to like. Toy Smith-Milner is with Casey Frank.
Toy off to the really fast start in that one, but the Nuggets were able to turn around. What happened to the offense for the Rams that slowed things down?
Yeah, just no ball movement. We just got to stop them on the other end. They've got 3 guys that are scoring, so we just got to focus on that in the second half.
And it is 3 guys. It's not a collective. It's Seabury, it's Perez, and it's Carey Jr. What can you do to lock down that offense that's really focused on those 3?
Just got to play better team defense. That's it, really.
Thanks for the time, Toy. Good luck in the second half.
Well, the Nuggets came in to this one this afternoon, 10th on the ladder, 3 wins from their 8 games. A win here today would be massive. They're halfway there. Let's head down to Jalen Seabury.
Well, Jalen, really hot start for the Nuggets. After a slow start, what turned in that timeout that the Nuggets suddenly found their form and were able to take this 11-point lead at halftime?
My focus was just defense and rebound, and just let the offense come first.
Now, good night for you. You've gotten hot. What has been the key to your offense? I think you're 5 for 6 from the field so far in this one.
Just the work I put in, man, and just the confidence, bro. That's all.
And how can the Nuggets win this game in the second half? What's the key?
Keep playing how we playing.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second half.
Nice and easy, wasn't it? Keep doing what we're doing. Seabury with 15 points. Nuggets lead this one at the half by 11. Happy Easter! Easter Sunday, enjoying the hoops of the Cowles NBL. Welcome back to Cowles Stadium this afternoon. No Easter eggs in the Canterbury Rams change rooms at the moment. The Nuggets lead by 11. The two-time reigning champs, Casey Frank, have a little bit of work to do.
And a little bit surprising after that start. Looked like it was going to be a hot start that would carry through, but what a response by the Nuggets, lifting their efficiency offensively, but that defensive job after that first 3 or 4 minutes, fantastic.
Justin Nelson, Casey Frank with you this afternoon. Jalen Seabury, 15 points in that opening half for the Nuggets, shooting at 83%. Lots to like about his game.
And letting the opportunities come to him. What's really impressive is 3 for 3 from deep. He's moving without the basketball, making himself available, but shots like that off the dribble, impressive. Tough defense at the point of attack, giving up size, it doesn't matter. That shot maybe has been impressive as any shot that we've seen in the game today, but he has his eye in, playing with great confidence. Half as many shots as Perez and Carey Jr., but he's the leading scorer in the game.
Well, Tohi Smith-Milner hit a couple of baskets to start the game this afternoon. He's got 11 at the half.
And 11 on efficient shooting, 5 rebounds, 2 of those offensive, and that's going to be more of that is what's needed. Love the assists as well, 4 assists being a focal point. And hasn't had a ton of basketball in hand, but with his size advantage down low, I wouldn't mind seeing the Rams work through his hands a little bit more. Obviously a willing passer with the 4 assists, that double's going to come, and you'll see that offense for the Rams flow a little bit more easily.
Well, Casey, here's the Chemist Warehouse stats to the half. Shooting percentages all in favor right now of the Otago Nuggets.
And what's I think really impressive by both teams is they haven't sent the opposition to a line quite a bit. 18 rebounds being out-rebounded at 23-18. That's the most impressive because it's led to second chance points. The Rams, they're tops in second chance points coming in this one. Just 1 second chance point in the second half where the Nuggets had 8 of them.
Well, one of the great success stories over the last 6 years here in the NZNBL since the showdown in 2020 is Matthew Bardsley. I call him the slippery eel, but gee, he's had a few nicknames over the years. We're going to catch up with Bards right after the break.
gets his own rebound. Oh, dropping it off from Bardsley to Harris.
Slippery Eel slips again, drops that dime with a no-look. Michael Harris, the recipient.
Yeah, there are a lot of nicknames out there, but none of them kind of stick within the team with the boys.
Now it's going to be the Nuggets in transition. As Matthew Bardsley goes up and just sneaks it over the rim. First bucket for Mr. Irrelevant.
Congratulations.
That's an NBL showdown for 2020.
I will say with the Mr. Irrelevant one, if you go way back to 2020 and look at the footage from the second half of the draft in Sal's Pizza, it was actually Hugh Banyan. Hugh, you were the one that said Mr. Irrelevant, so I've remembered that.
So while we wait for the Nuggets to make the final pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, that's what they say in America.
From the 450-odd names, Matthew Bardsley.
When I first heard that, I was like, oh, it is what it is. Like, it didn't really bother me too much, but I don't really have a favourite. I think lately, like, Slippery Eel's stuck for whatever reason. It's, yeah, it is what it is. I don't really have a favourite.
You're welcome, Matthew.
I love that. Well, as you know, Casey, I head offshore in about 8 weeks' time, and there's a lot of memories that I take with me from the last 7 seasons. And Matthew Bardsley is just one player who I have absolutely loved watching through my journey here.
Plays the game with a lot of passion. Look at the leadership on the sideline right now, talking to his teammates, not in the game. I mean, still a young man, 27, 28 years old, but it's been fantastic to see his progression into becoming a veteran. And he plays the game so hard. He plays it with a lot of passion, and I've always loved seeing him on the court.
Nothing irrelevant about Matthew Bardsley. Let's stick with the Slippery Eel. Second half underway. Opening shot from the Rams. And now the Nuggets go to work through Perez. Just love the way he seizes up the opportunity, or sizes it up.
Well, nice patience shown in the post, but good job not to foul by Bowen.
Taylor Britt gets the roll.
And I'd like to see Taylor Britt get a bit more aggressive. 5 shots in the first half. Now he's 2 for 6 from the field. Put a little bit more on his shoulders. I'd love to see the Rams play through Smith, Milner, and Britt for the first few minutes of the second half.
Jansen, Perez, corner. Knox leaves it well short.
Good rotation, good communication by the Rams. Walter Brown closing that out and making that a difficult look from the corner.
Walter Brown turns the corner, goes up on Jansen. Good start here from the Rams.
And Walter Brown probably got fouled a couple of times coming up to get that screen, but great action, giving Brown the opportunity to curl out that screen right till there's a basket with that momentum.
We're back to 7. Jansen can change all of that.
He needs one of those to fall. He's had some great looks from deep, but just 1 for 5 from beyond the arc.
They score again here, maybe an early timeout for the Nuggets. Nice hands in the end from Darcy Knox. Taylor Britt, he's not happy.
Taylor Britt's thinking, well, some of those hands hit my arms. We'll take another look at it here. I mean, pushes him off. There's a lot of body contact there. He's all over that left arm. I think he might have an argument.
Yeah, just a tad.
But also, it's been a physical game. There's been a lot of contact both ways. The players tell the officials how they want it officiated with their style of play. And you can see it. Look up on top. We're seeing Seabury and Walter Brown. There's getting some niggle in this game moving forward in the second half.
Love to see it. And all South Island battle here this afternoon. Travel on Sean McDonald. His first game in the Sal's NBL.
Not a ton of minutes in that first half. Sean McDonald hitting the court for just over 9 minutes. As you see the travel and replay there. The spread of minutes, there's not a lot of guys on this Rams team playing a ton of minutes. Walter Brown and Taylor Britt, the only players over 15 in the first half.
Great defense there. Walter Brown just stopped Perez in his tracks.
Seabury did not give it to Darcy Knox, wide open in the corner.
Perez gets it back now, goes over Brown. And they've missed some early opportunities here, the Nugs.
Decent looks, but not great looks. I'd like to see that ball move a bit more.
Oh, that's big. That is big. Sean McDonald, look out. Here they come.
Well, hit 2 out of his first 3, and then didn't see the ball. That's just his 6th shot in the game, but his 3rd make from behind the arc, where he's 3 for 5, 9 points, 2 boards.
And again, this pressure up the floor is interesting from the Rams. Look who answers. What an afternoon for Jalen Seabury.
Feeling it and telling Walter Brown a little bit about it as well. He's got ice water in that vein. He wants you to know about it.
Just what the Nuggets needed. Sean McDonald. That one short, look out, Smith-Milner.
The second chance and opportunity is so important for the Rams. The Nuggets need to dedicate a bit more body to boxing out.
Does that go down as an assist?
Definitely not.
Reaching in. There he is, Tohi Smith-Milner.
13 points now, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. He has had his fingers in a lot of this Canterbury Ram pot.
I think you said new father, what, 4-month-old?
I think about 4 months old.
If you buy Easter eggs for a 4-month-old, does Dad get them? Oh, Kerry Jr.
Mom gets them, bud. Mom gets them.
Gotcha. Margin at 7. Here he is. Tohi Smith-Milner, some indecision there, not a lot of movement.
Well, Brown was wide open in the corner, but the cut through made that a tough pass.
Pull up, front of the iron, Taylor Britt, and here they come again, the Nuggets. She's starting to steady. Oh,
Jansen hit the deck hard, got slammed into.
Opens things up though for Perez to the corner. Darcy Knox off a dribble. That one short as well, a couple of misses for him. And we're going to clean up the court here. In fact, down the other end, the floor moppets were still on the court. That's why we've got a whistle.
To start this third quarter, I've seen a few too many triples for the Nuggets. They came in 7 for 16. Well, they've been 1 for 4 here in the quarter, but shooting them a bit with some freedom. If I'm Coach Kelly, I want to see them attack the basket a little bit more. Possibly some more deeper post touches. Don Carey Jr. going to the bench early in this one.
Yeah, a rare rest for him this afternoon. He's been involved in everything. 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists for Carey Jr. Max Darling back into the action for the Rams.
Only spent 1:40 on the bench in the first half. So a little extended break here. Might not be the worst thing when you come towards the fourth quarter.
Well, as we said, coming in, the Rams hadn't played in 9 days, so it'll be interesting to see what they've got in the tank late. Big push off there. Max Darling is going to get the whistle and the foul.
He's got a smile on his face about it, though. He's like, I mean, I pushed him a little bit, but I didn't push him like that.
Oh, I'm not sure that he disguised that too well, Case.
That's his body. He ain't doing nothing wrong. He's just there.
From that angle, it's a body. I reckon if we've got another angle, it's a pretty outstretched arm.
You're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong.
There he is, Max Darling. Such an important piece to the Rams' puzzle. Again, this extended pressure. Nuggets go over the top of it. Perez takes it down low. The one man that he can't move is Max Darling. He tried.
Oh, did we get some beers in the front line? I saw a splash. Might have to swap that ball out.
Look at that for a matchup. Two strong lads there. Perez
Witness
and Darling.
the thickness.
There it is.
THIC. Double C.
Here's Jono Jansen on the dribble. Smiler, some early burn in the third quarter. Doubled up high, sends it out to Jono Jansen. He's had a lot of looks from outside. That one's good.
Well, he needed that one to drop. That's going to force that defense to be a bit more honest and give him confidence on that 7th look from deep.
Isaac. Oh, Kaya just left alone there.
His confidence is a bit down. You can see he hasn't been shooting the ball very well. Had a really great look there, but he's looking past first. He's got to think shot. He's now 1 for 6 from the field today for 3 points.
Here's Jalen Seabury. Really like his game. That's a tough shot.
Just too much size. Too much size. Timeout to the Rams after seeing that one. Taylor Britt, a very solid defender, but Seabury, he's telling everybody about it. He's going to tell everybody about what's going on today, because he's got 20 points on 7 for 8 from the field, 4 for 4 from deep, 2 for 2 from the stripe, 2 steals, 3 rebounds. He is putting it on.
Let's head down and have a listen into Quinn Clinton. The Rams have got some work to do here.
Yeah, okay. As you come off, be aggressive. You've got that throwback, and there's one guy guarding 2 on that weak side. Okay, all good.
Hey, that 2 has got to give the low confidence. We can't be sitting here and worry about this. Sit on this elbow, 1-step closeouts.
All good. All right, once we get stops, that's when we got to run. We can't be holding for 3 seconds. Fucking go. Okay, that's our opportunity. CJ's at the 3, you're at the 4, KB's at the 5, okay? All right, we're all good, we just got to chip away, get this thing to 7. Here we go. 1 up.
Is Quinn Clinton old enough to swear? I'll tell you what. Oh, we've got a Lakers fan in the crowd here today. The NBA playoffs are up and running. Of course, all the action live on ESPN on Sky. And it has started. It's underway.
It's happened today. The Lakers.
Don't give anything away, Casey, just in case.
Oh, okay.
Back underway, midway through the third quarter. Nuggets lead by 12. This is some sort of a performance right now.
Oh, look at that post move by Darling.
Look at the defense.
Well, he displaced, but the effort just to carry somehow gets it off of him.
Oh, Carey Jr. just left it behind.
Both teams coming to that timeout with some fire. A lot more aggression and agility.
Oh, it is game on. Rams started hot favourites here today. Nuggets have taken it up to them.
The Rams are doing a great job on the defensive glass here in the second half and more aggressive to the cup.
Haven't seen much of CJ Penner, but he scores again.
Well, this is exactly what Quinn Clinton called for in the timeout. He said, we cannot get the rebound and wait 3 seconds. We have to go. That time, the second the ball came around, off they go. Just 7 minutes. Or sorry, just 7, 8 minutes for Penner, but he's 3 for 3 for the field for 7 points.
Yeah, he's certainly doing his bit. Seabury to Jansen. Nice block there by Bowen. Jansen gets it back.
3 seconds on the shot clock.
Got to go here. Smiler slapped out of here by Kyle Bowen. And look at the emotion from this man.
Knocking it out of there once is nice. The second time is thus twice. Well, nice job by Kyle Bowen defending the rim, moving the feet. Kim Smiler tries to lift it up, and Kyle Bowen says no.
Look at the response there.
They're fired up. They're looking for something to get them in this game. Be a big lift for them to get this lead under 10 with another stop and a bucket on the other end.
Seabury, catch and shoot. Had to. Shot clock winding down. Was there a travel there?
Yeah, if it was a travel, it was definitely a foul because Smiler does a lot of activity and contact.
Penner hasn't missed a shot. Limited minutes for him today. Here's Walter Brown. That's tough.
He's such a great athlete. When he gets to the middle of that spot, his size and elevation makes that a really difficult shot to contest. Wide open look, down to 8. Rams feeling good about themselves right now.
Yeah, Nuggets need to stand up.
Oh, that's got to be a foul.
Late whistle there on Tama Isaac.
The Rams don't like it, but that's absolutely the right call. Tama Isaac closes that gap into the shooting motion. And while Don Carey Jr. is going, he really does a nice job of using this fake. He goes to the fadeaway, but it's shot fake. See how it closes and there's the contact? He can't close that and take away his shooting motion. That's the right call. Nice job by Don Carey Jr. to work his way into that whistle.
I want to ask you a question, Casey. Off the back of that foul, Quinn Clinton having words with Don Carey Jr. Do you want coaches getting involved in that, or just let it go, just move on?
Oh, I loved it when coaches talked to me, because then I knew I had them. I would start talking to him. If a coach wanted to get in a conversation, it'd be great. Because I would mostly try and say some really emasculating things to take him down in front of his team.
Well, I guess that's the point that I'm making. Does that fire Don Carey Jr. up? Maybe it does. Brown inside for Bowen.
Oh, beautiful cut by Bowen there. It all depends on the player. Some guys you want to get into, some guys you don't. You can't learn until you get on the horse.
Here he is, and he draws another foul. Big smiles, Don Carey Jr.
Kyle Bowen comes over, and he's saying, what about that hook? And I got to agree. Hands up for Brown, and that arm going around. As Don Carey Jr. is looking for a little bit of space, the effort and intensity on the defensive end has certainly lifted as Walter Brown picks up foul number 3.
Third foul on Walter Brown. He takes a seat.
4 fouls on the Rams, 0 fouls on the Nuggets this quarter.
Max Stoddart out to Perez for 3. Bang on target, a little bit too deep. They get it back through Smiler.
The 10th offensive rebound for the Nuggets, 1 more than the Rams.
And they've been good on the offensive boards, haven't they? Perez playing for the foul, stripped away Penner. He's got McDonald with him. Up Macca, down Macca. Timeout called by the Nuggets.
We got ourselves a ball game. The Rams defense has lifted. We're not seeing the easy drives. They're collapsing on the driving lane. In transition, they're getting off to a faster start, and they're kicking the ball ahead. Sean McDonald, 11 points now, leading a second leading scorer in the ball game for the Rams. It's been Penna Jr., it's been CJ Penna, it's been Bowen McDonald, and Tohi Smith-Milner here in this third quarter that's gotten the Rams back into this.
Game on. Any large pizza with thanks to Cowles. What an Easter special this is. 25% off. There's some Cowles. Those lads are enjoying their afternoon. And as Casey says, when it's 25% off, just look for the most expensive pizza.
Save yourself the most money. It's a sale, you can't miss it. Well, I like the time out there as well by Coach Mike Kelly. He saw things starting to shift. He saw the offense go from that flea-flowing, penetrate, kick, force the defense to move, to static. It's the ball in one place, and it's trying to hit that square peg through a round hole. I want to. If I'm him, I'm telling my team, let's move that ball a little bit more. Let's get it side to side. Force the Rams to rotate defensively. If I'm Coach Quinn Clinton, all about transition. The second we get a stop, run. We can get these guys in transition in the second half. And really, no one for the Rams has played big minutes. They're going to be well rested. The Nuggets, on the other hand, they're really dependent on those big three scorers. The hope is they fatigue in the second half if you're a Rams coach. And the way you get that to happen is by pushing things into the full court at speed.
Is it a case of rope-a-dope this afternoon in the Cowles NBL? Have the Rams got plenty of juice in the tank? They're starting to make their move. Out of the timeout, let's see what the Nuggets do. Max Stoddart, familiar territory for him here at Cowles Stadium.
Interesting play there. It shows zone, but it's actually a man on that first pass.
Elliot Smiler, that's tough from there. Sends it out to Martin for two. Rebound battle, look at Kyle Bowen get up, and he's off to the races. Bowen, nice hand in there. Carey Jr. forces the turnover.
Well, I liked everything about that except for Kyle Bowen losing the ball late. But the Nuggets, once again, doing enough to hang on.
And if they get something out of this, it's a big turnover. Look at that, Carey Jr. for two.
Well, he gets Bowen upside, and Bowen moves really well for a big. He's got great feet. But, man, that was a lot of dekes that Don Carey Jr. put on him there. Last game was his only game this season that he hadn't scored 20 points. Well, he ain't going to do it 2 in a row. That is his 20th point on the night. Top scorer equal with Jalen Seabury.
Still a quarter to go. A lot of time to play out in this one today in Christchurch. 2 games in the Cowles NBL on Easter Monday. Right now, CJ Penna, his first miss.
And wide open look, you like that action. Unfortunate not to get the bucket for the Rams fans.
Carey Jr. nearly turned it over.
What was that? Oh, that's a kick.
Yep.
For a second, I thought that was Walter Brown's 4th foul, but just a kick called.
He's starting to feel it at the moment, Don Carey Jr.
A really efficient game by him today. 9 shots for his 20 points. Just been to the free throw line the 1 time.
There's Perez. Penna has him. It was a really good screen from Don Carey Jr. He opened that up for Perez.
Look at that step, though. Just so shifty. Walter Brown way above the rim. Perez way below it, says it doesn't matter. I still got 2.
Well, I reckon Don Carey Jr. took 2 players out on the screen as Bowen is fouled.
Nice pass down to the baseline. That's going to be on the sideline, though. No shots just yet.
Well, that last basket from Jose Perez, just watch the work of Don Carey Jr. here on the screen. Took 2 players out. Watch this. There's 1, there's 2.
I mean, just a heads-up play, and something that as a young player, Tama Isaac probably wasn't prepared for. When your player starts to push you in, you have to get on his low side, make yourself available. Great work by the camera crew to catch that action.
Brown. Oh, Walter.
10 points for him now, 5 of 6 from the field, and a nice set right into the offense off the out of bounds. The Rams had it really tight. It's back to 8, but they're working their way back into it. That's a foul on Taylor Britt there.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Walter Brown, we've seen this young man growing over the last few years, spending a fair bit of time in the Aussie NBL now as well, but his IQ, Casey, he's just a young man who thinks about the game at every moment out there on the floor.
Yeah, and when I look at him, he's probably a guy I'd like to see be a bit more instinctual because he's got such great athleticism and such good instincts that sometimes on the basketball court, when you can think your way through things, that stuff's already happened. And when it's second nature and you just go, even if it's not the right decision, any decision is the right one because of the skill sets you have. He's developing into more of a scorer, but still has barely scratched the surface of the player he can become.
Christian Martin converts a couple from the Chemist Warehouse. Don't forget this season in the Sal's NBL, every made basket from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Chemist Warehouse donating money to Hoops in Parks and Hoops in Schools. A wonderful program. What an initiative, and a big thank you to Chemist Warehouse. Penner with the miss, and the Nuggets have steadied here.
Well, great defense by Seabury. Came late, but defends that well. Some really nice looks, but not being able to knock them down with regularity.
Out by 10, a chance to extend inside the three-quarter time buzzer. And another foul.
That's going to be Taylor Britt's third foul. The contact down low on the arm. It was a late whistle. Seabury came down hard on his back, but he's going to be okay. Take another look at it. What's Britt do? Yeah, he comes forward with the arms there. If he's straight up, that's not a foul, but he is not in his cylinder. He's outside by bringing those arms forward. So a nice whistle, a little bit late, but I don't mind letting you see the action. Make sure about the whistle before you blow it.
There's the captain, Taylor Britt. Jose Perez taking a break for the Nuggets. Rams have got an interesting game coming up next week. They head to Auckland to take on the very much in form Jade Cup Auckland Tuatara. What a matchup that is.
Oh, it's going to be impressive. Two teams playing pretty well. Nobody playing better than the Tuatara right now. And just a shout out to all basketball fans in New Zealand. If the Tuatara are coming to town, go see Dave O'Hickey. Because I got a little inkling he might not be here for long. Because that guy is playing out of his mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I reckon NBA Summer League written all over that one. Here's Smith.
Too easy. Oh, that stroke, it is so pretty. Tohi Smith-Milner up to 16 points now, his first triple of the day. Just one rebound short of a double-double.
And he averages 2.5 triples a game, so he might have one or two more left in him. Bardsley, was there a travel there? Did he drag the foot underneath? Oh, fortuitous, so close there for Christian Martin. And the Nuggets hang tough. Look at this. Quarter to play. They're out by 8. Let's head down to Casey Frank. He's got CJ Penner with him.
CJ, the Rams fought their way back in, but the Nuggets were able to pull it back away again. What do the Rams have to do down the stretch here to get back in this ballgame?
We just got to get stops. That's the bottom line. We just got to get stops. We're getting some offensive rebounds. We're not staying in front of our guy. We're getting over a lot of straight line drives. So if we shut that down, put us in a good chance to come back and win this game.
Appreciate it, Tom. Good luck in the fourth quarter. Fantastic analysis there by CJ Penner. And we will be back with the fourth quarter. Nuggets with an 8-point lead.
Well, unwrap your chocolate Easter bunnies. Get some butter on those hot cross buns Easter Sunday, and we've got a beauty here in Christchurch. Last quarter underway in the Sal's NBL, and the Nuggets lead by 8. Is there an upset brewing this afternoon? Justin Nelson and Casey Frank with you. Let's go straight down to the sidelines. One man who's hoping there's no upset here today is Quinn Clinton, coach of the Rams. Quinn, thanks for your time, mate. What was the message at three-quarter time?
Yeah, I think just our focus remains defensively. Just got to be more solid and finish plays defensively. We're giving up too many second chance points and just missing on some closeouts at the moment. So that's what we're trying to tighten up.
Offensively, transition has been fantastic, but it's been a little gummy in the half court. You brought in Sean McDonald, so you're inching some new players. What do you think the key is to finding a little bit more efficiency in that half-court offense as the Nuggets drain the triple?
Yeah, I mean, that's, playing this 1-3-1 kind of matchup zone, and we just need more paint touches, more penetration, and then we just got to stick some shots, but I like where we're at. Just got to make some plays here. Just got to make some plays on both ends.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you very much. Casey, every time.
The second we're in there, you know the opposition's going to do something good. Yeah, if I was the home team coach, I'd say, can you interview me in the first quarter?
And not only that, no disrespect to Matthew Bardsley, because I absolutely love him, but we don't see him hit too many threes.
He's got it in him, though. He's definitely got the confidence, and now he's got the execution. What a shot by Tama Isaac. That transition game, the offense getting going before the defense sets has been a key for the Rams, but they have to find a way to execute in that half court when the defense is set.
What I like there from Coach Quinn Clinton. Oh, Bardsley gets underneath.
Oh, my.
Oh, what I like there from Coach Quinn Clinton is just full confidence. He thinks, hey, we've got this down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, you can say things, but do you believe things? Those are two different things. And down 11 right now at this point, that's not a position any coach wants to be in, but if you can convince your team it is, you're in good shape.
Oh, Max is in trouble here. Max is in trouble.
Well, Max Darling going to the cup. I mean, he's a much bigger man, so let's take a look at it, see what happens there. You can see that foul. Personally, as a big man coming down the lane, I don't think he's displacing that player. I think there's a little bit of contact. I think he might have got hit harder by Perez on those those body shots than he did by the shoulder from Max Darling. But in a great position defensively, he's there early, and that's why he's able to get that whistle and convince the officiating crew that it was illegal contact made by Darling.
I like that from Perez. A pinch and a punch, 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 punch for the 20th of the month.
Foul trouble mounting a little bit for the Rams. 3 on Darling, Britt, and Brown.
Margin at 11, just under 8 to play. This is some sort of a performance today from the night and day Otago Nuggets.
Rams need a circuit breaker. They need to put something in this game that makes this Nugget squad feel uncomfortable. Has a fast break opportunity there.
And they should finish with Walter Brown.
I thought he traveled.
So did I.
I thought he took that extra step. He was sort of caught in between minds as to put the ball down or not, but he gets the bucket regardless.
We might have a look at that again. Let's have a look at Perez. Jansen, done a couple of nice things today, Jono. Jansen reaching in. Taylor Britt, how many fouls is that for Taylor Britt?
That's going to be foul number 4. And is right there on the basketball. 7 minutes to go. Quinn Clinton, he's leaving him in there. No, he's not. He is straight to the bench. He goes to Tama Isaac. Taylor Britt, 4 points, 1 rebound, 8 assists. Just has not been able to reach his level of offense that he's found this year. He's averaging over 19 points per game.
Oh, whistle here. Too long on the sideline to bring it in. 5-second call.
That's back-to-back turnovers. Just the 12th turnover of the game for the Otago Nuggets. But when you can string them together, if the Rams can put those turnovers back-to-back and at the same time score, that's how you work your way back in a ball game.
A win for the Nuggets today. They are 10th on the ladder, but a win for the Nuggets today. They are right back in the top 6 mix. It is that important for the team in blue. The Rams are coming though, slipping it through, slicing and dicing Brown to Darling.
Beautiful pass. I mean, there was no angle there whatsoever. Talk about threading a needle. I don't know how Walter Brown found this space. I mean, there is no space to get that through, and it is delivered perfectly. Seabury just falls into the foul, and just like that, 7 points the difference. A make here. cuts it to a 2-bucket ball game.
Short ball, they'll get it back. Kaya Isaac, look out. Maxwell Darling.
A really nice look. We're one pass away from a wide open look, but you love the aggressiveness for the Rams. The Nuggets, what's their response? They need something going to the basket here in the fourth.
Darling 0 of 4 from downtown. You don't often see him miss 4 in a row. Oh, they get it back here, the Nuggets. Jansen, short. Second offensive rebound in a row for Martin.
Stop shooting threes. Need to go to the bucket. Nuggets are now 10 for 30 from deep.
And Perez knows it as well. A block is called.
He goes straight through. Tama Isaac and Jose Perez starts talking to the crowd about it afterwards, and they don't like it. They do not like it at all.
Have a listen to the crowd at the cauldron.
That's how you be a villain. You see the teenager go to the ground, and you let everybody know that's a block, taking it just straight through. Tama Isaac gets there. I think that's the right call. I think he's a little bit late. He's not set when that contact gets there. Yeah, he tells them, he tells the fans, he tells everybody else about it.
And he's still telling them too. Tama Isaac is a strong young man, but he was just pushed into next Friday.
Well, they're strong and they're strong. there are levels to this. And the young 18-year-old, he might get there one day in terms of body mass, but as of now, he does not have the bone marrow to be messing with that man in the post.
Margin at 7, timeout, still 6.5 to play. And the Rams continue to come. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, Case. The wait is over. HBO's biggest series is back, The Last of Us, starring Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. Emmy-winning series, of course, on HBO, and it's available now on Max. Neon plans start from just $12.99. neontv.co.nz. Check it out, check out The Last of Us.
Does that remind you when you finished the video game, Justin? It was a fantastic one.
What
was your favorite one or two? Oh, yeah, I was all over those ones.
Where do you find time?
Oh, I don't anymore. I had children. But back then, when that video game came out, I was all across Last of Us. Season 1, fantastic.
You're not one of these people in the movie cinemas, Minecraft, throwing your popcorn everywhere. Don't waste your popcorn, people. What's with that?
Minecraft,
it's expensive.
I was a little mature for Minecraft when that started hitting. But, you know, I bring the kids.
I'll tell you what, if you want a free food, plenty of popcorn in the local cinema being thrown in the air at the moment. Here's Jose Perez. Oh, listen to the crowd.
A couple of stats that are really sticking out to me. 6 for 24 from the line for the Rams, 10 for 30 for the Nuggets from the three-point line, but the three-throw strike, 16 attempts for the Nuggets, just 5 attempts for the Rams, and they are last in free throw rate, but they need to find a way to attack that basket to put some pressure on this back line of defense.
Perez up to 16. He's only been to the stripe 4 times, Perez. He averages 10 trips a game. Nuggets by 8. Tama Isaac. Bowen all held up inside. That'll be a foul on Christian Martin.
That's going to be the second personal foul on the Nuggets. That one's on the floor, so the ball out on the baseline. And good call there. Bowen just too big. Martin trying to get on the ride, but a little bit too short for this one.
If the Nuggets get this, Casey, it's a bit of a dirty afternoon for the Rams. In the Sky Broadband Rapid League game earlier, 45-29 win by the Nuggets. That is the biggest loss that the Rams have ever received in the Rapid League. Oh, Darling just snuck through, didn't he?
Well, Perez just takes his eye off Max Darling for a half a beat. And Darling, instead of setting the screen, cuts right to the basket and rewarded with the flush.
Do not underestimate this crowd in the next 6 minutes of basketball.
Hey, this is winning time. The last 5 minutes of a tight ball game. Who do you go to? Where do you get buckets from?
Maybe Seabury. Rebound, Brown, they're running here, the Rams.
Fantastic box out in transition. Nice job by the Nuggets to get set.
They score here, this crowd is going to lift, although Seabury has other ideas. Tough from there, and a travel in the end. Really good defense from Tama Isaac.
Seabury saying that contact was created. Fantastic defense from Tama Isaac right after getting that foul charge. Looking to put his body on the line. To me, that could be a charge, but that is a foul on Tama Isaac late.
Straight down the arm. Yeah, we do have the privilege of the GJ Gardner Holmes replay, of course. Corner, wide open, Kaya Isaac.
Kaya Isaac came into today's game shooting 23% from three. Hasn't shot it well at all. He was 1 for 4 before that one, but hits a huge one to cut it to a one-possession ball game.
Dare I say it, Casey Frank, here we go. They're out, they're on the move, the Rams. Can they tie it up? Brown, will he add 2? He will, and he's off to the Chemist Warehouse.
Well, I mean, you're just holding back the waters in this gym at the best of times. At any point in time, if that levee breaks, the flood is gonna come, and you can see how quickly points come. I mean, in a bit of an awkward position, but Walter Brown able to corral that basket and get the finish without dribbling. The end one opportunity, and we might have a tie ball game right here. If Walter Brown can complete the old-fashioned three-point play from the Chemist Warehouse strike.
So here's Walter Brown on the bonus to tie it up. This crowd is up and going. They are feeling it in the cauldron.
What's the response for the Nuggets? Where do they go for a bucket here? They have to have one. Who do they want the ball in the hands of?
14-6 run by the Rams. 4.5 to play. Some indecision, some pressure.
3 seconds on the shot clock.
Got to go. Perez downtown. Can't finish it. Look at this. Chance to lead the game now. Walter Brown, pull up. Downtown Brown. And they get it back.
Wow, Jansen and Don Carey Jr. both fighting for the basketball at the same time. End up knocking possession out of their own teammate's hand. I like the shot by Walter Brown in transition. Stays active, stays excited. And there we see, oh, it's Seabury and Don Carey Jr. Sorry, not Jansen.
This crowd on the edge of their seat. Hope you're enjoying it. Easter Sunday special in the Cells NBL. Unable to go ahead through Tama Isaac. Tama Isaac, look at those 3 scratches down the back of his right shoulder.
Oh, that's just a little love bite.
He's been in a battle. That looks like a velociraptor.
Hey, you want to get in the post, you get what you get.
Certainly is a battle today, isn't it? And he's still bouncing off bodies, Tama Isaac. Caleb Smiler, some important minutes for him. Jansen to Seabury. Can the Rams stand up defensively? Smiler spinning. Oh, what a dime to Jansen. Caleb Smiler.
But Jansen saves Caleb Smiler because he had nowhere to go, was in the air with no option. What a timely cut. And the Nuggets back into this 1-2-2 defense, all amoeba-like.
Brown gave up the 3. He goes inside to Bowen, to a cutting Darling. Oh, chances everywhere there for the Rams.
I thought Darling might have been fouled on that one. Looked like a lot of contact. Don't get the whistle. Too unselfish. Somebody's got to be aggressive for the Rams on the bucket.
Carey Jr., good hand. Bowen, that's block number 3 for him.
I don't know if he quite got a piece of that. Did a nice job of come back and try and get the rebound, but his foot was out of bounds, so possession stays to the Nuggets. 13 seconds on the shot clock and mass rotations for the Rams. Last 3 minutes, they've just brought in 3 players. Is that going to be the energy lift they need? Or did they lose some momentum by taking out a team that was playing really well?
We've been talking about that all afternoon, haven't we? Haven't played in 9 days. The Rams coming into this. Jansen tucks it under the wing. Foul on Smith-Milner. The Nuggets get this win today, Casey. I mean, it is as gutsy as you get.
Absolutely. Especially coming off a tough loss at the Bulls. There we see the foul by Tohi Smith-Milner. Just a little bit too much contact on the shot. But, there's times in the season where you just have to have a win. Where if you lose this game, then things just start to cascade in the other way. And yes, it's still reasonably early in the season, but you cannot lose distance with that top 6. You have to stay within a win or 2 max. And to get a win here when they were pretty desperate for it, and they come out to play desperate, says a lot about this team, says a lot about their mindset.
Jansen, he's got 13 points this afternoon to go with 5 rebounds. He's been good.
Just active in the right place at the right time. A lot of spacing out. Hasn't found the range from deep quite, but he's been able to hit a couple of them. And those 2 big hits from deep, part of the breathing space that the Nuggets have right now.
Those 3 Nuggets fans this afternoon
they've been loud.
They've had a lot of airtime, haven't they? They're enjoying themselves right now. They're out by 4. Big 3 minutes coming up. Taylor Britt, 4 fouls for him, and that is his shot. Look out. Oh, now there's a double foul underneath, is there?
I think that's going to be Bardsley and Smith-Milner.
Looks like a double foul has been called.
It was a double foul. It was absolutely a double foul. Those two underneath.
Matthew Bathurst, the Barter card official. Watch underneath here. Might be Seabury.
Oh, jeez.
That's a heavy hit from Seabury.
Oh, Seabury's pretty fortunate that wasn't caught by the officials, because that's essentially a strike to the face. That's an ejection if they did see it.
Now, out of that, Smith-Milner is going to get a shot, is he? So the double foul will cancel each other out.
But that...
I just wonder whether there's been a technical call here as well.
So take another look at it. There, a little elbow from Smith-Milner.
Oh, wow.
But that's a punch to the head.
Yeah, it is.
That's a closed fist.
Right fist to the face of Smith-Milner.
So we're going to have 2 shots for the Nuggets and then 2 shots for the Rams.
Well, wouldn't they cancel each other out?
Apparently not.
Well, Jalen Seabury's lucky to still be out there based on what we just saw.
We'll see if that footage is reviewed.
Tohi Smith-Milner still talking about it, and rightly so. Some big shots here. Seabury hits the first. There is Tohi Smith-Milner. He can't believe it.
Seabury gave some imaginary 5s as well. Tohi Smith-Milner might have something to say to Seabury if he comes back on this one.
Oh, misses the second.
Did you see Tohi Smith-Milner?
Yeah, I did.
Feet on the ground and he's coming back.
Oh, I did. He walked the length of the court there to have a few words. And now he's going to have some shots too, Tohi Smith-Milner.
No one appreciates getting those kind of cheap shots. A little cheap shot from Smith-Milner, elbow to the chest. Another one coming back from Seabury. But that might have just fired up Tohi Smith-Milner, who was already playing well. 17 points now, 9 rebounds.
He's one man that you don't want to get on the wrong side of either. Makes the second. This crowd is feeling it. We are back to 1. And it's going to be a Nuggets ball. So, a little bit of spice.
Seabury to the bench now.
I take that back, sorry. It's a Rams ball. Back underway. Taylor Britt, a chance to lead the game, believe it or not. No. Turnover. Pass wasn't the best. Perez drags a couple. Look out. Jansen wide open. Prefers to go inside, and now he's fouled by Bowen.
That's Sean McDonald, I think, reaching through. He put his hand up. I think that was what forced the displacement of the ball. And yeah, it is Sean McDonald reaching in. And Jansen was basically hunting a foul there. He wasn't in great position to get that finish. I think if the Rams are able to defend without reaching, that would be a difficult shot for him to make. Another free throw missed.
Going to be costly, aren't they? The Nuggets from the stripe today, 16 of 21. The Rams, 6 of 8. Second one is good. Nuggets actually ranked 2nd in the league for free throw attempts, 24 trips a game.
Just a quick update, that was Tohi Smith-Milner's 4th personal foul, so he's going to have to be careful down the stretch, along with Taylor Britt, who also has 4.
Nuggets holding on right now, 2.5 to play. Bowen nowhere to go. Britt starting to come alive. He's fouled now.
Kerry Jr. just gets too aggressive. Did all the hard work, was in great defensive position, but then closes the gap by moving forward. Look at this hustle to get back in front. Does a nice job, but once not a ton of contact there. But Taylor Britt doing a good job of finding it in. I think the contact was more with that left arm as he closed the gap.
Oh, first one is a miss for Taylor Britt. He's 82% from the Chemist Warehouse.
That was his first attempt at the stripe today.
Nuggets are holding on. Back to 1. A thriller. Let's see what the Nuggets can do here. Caleb Smiler getting some big minutes here today. In and out of trouble. Jansen, tough. He did take it, tried to send it down to Seabury.
Well, excellent rotation by Toby Smith-Milner because Seabury was wide open. If that pass is a millisecond quicker, that's probably 2 points in the dunk. 10 seconds on the shot clock with just over 2 minutes to play.
Carey Jr. bumps off Brown, turnaround, he's short.
Solid defense. Can the Nuggets respond with some D of their own?
McDonald, down it goes. The crowd goes wild.
And that was basically the first time we've seen Sean McDonald drive all day long. Hits 13 points on that one, 5 for 9 from the field.
First time in a long time the Rams have led as well. Jansen inside to Perez through hands. Look out, Don Carey Jr. wide open.
What a pass by Jose Perez inside. Had the bucket, kicks it out, and then eventually finds the wide open Don Carey Jr. to go back into the front.
Nuggets respond. Smith-Milner. He can't hit. Oh, look out, Bowen underneath.
Huge rebound by Kyle Bowen there. Works his way to get underneath, getting in the rebound, carving out that position, expecting the miss to come, all tied up and ready to go.
Bowen 12 points, 7 rebounds on the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet. 88 apiece. Oh, that's a turnover. Don Carey Jr. Smith-Milner defensively, last couple of times down the floor has been really good. Have a look at this. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. He's just lost control.
Unfortunate. Don Carey Jr., his 5th turnover of the ball game, 15 in total for this Nuggets squad. Remember, they came in 2nd in the league for lowest turnover rate.
Nuggets have led by as much as 13 here today. McDonald, oh, Bowen's there again. Couple of big moments for the Aussie Kyle Bowen. Timeout Nuggets.
Right place, right time. Kyle Bowen with his 8th rebound of the ball game. Just right, I'm gonna be right here. Don Carey Jr. just trying to work his way in to get there. Bowen pumped, and why not? 14 points, 8 rebounds, 3 of them offensive. 2 of those offensive rebounds in the last 2 possessions.
And they have been 2 very important rebounds, haven't they? Sterling Sports merch store is up and going. QR code on screen. If you love yourselves NBL teams, the new threads are in that online merch store with thanks to Sterling Sports. Go and check it out. Well, for all the work the Nuggets have done here today, Casey, they now find themselves down by 2. The Rams are so hard to beat here at home late in games.
The Nuggets have played really well up to this point in the ball game, but it would be so bitter to taste defeat after leading for essentially 39 minutes. They've been out in front for a long time. The key to this one, I'd love to see them attack the basket again, either with the drive or with the pass. You can pass out and look for the 3 after that paint penetration, but it all has to start by forcing this defense of the Rams to bend. The Rams, on the other hand, well, the big key has been offensive rebounding here. Coming into the 4th quarter, they had 3 second chance points, and that was it. Well, they've had more than that on those first 2 possessions. They've been relentless on the glass down the stretch. So it's for the Nuggets, it's the combo of boxing out and getting to the paint. For the Rams, it's just more of the momentum is with them. Don't let that wave get out from underneath you.
And I love this pressure up the floor again as well. So Don Carey Jr. and the night and day Otago Nuggets, can they respond? They have led for so much of this game this afternoon. Easter Sunday has belonged to them, but right now it's about to change hands. Speaking of hands, McDonald and Brown. McDonald to finish. Oh, he's missed it.
Great defense. Caleb Smiler coming back and defending without touching. The big shot from Carey Jr.
Dagger! Wow! DCJ!
What? I mean, the possession before, he's looking for a screen. Great defense by the Rams, coming up and trapping over and over. There's the man. He loves it. He might get on the MVP vote after that one. Well, but whoa, coming back in transition, he loses the ball before. Does not dissuade Don Carey Jr. the confidence to put up that shot. What a game for him. He is up. to 26 points, 3 of 7 from deep. No hesitation in transition. A fingernail away from blocking it was Walter Brown. Big players make big plays, and there's been none bigger than that one in tonight's game.
That is big stuff from Don Carey Jr. The messages right now, Quinn Clinton, Mike Kelly. This crowd get the chant going at Cowles Stadium this afternoon. Gotta love the Cowles NBL. Never a dull moment. Up and down the country, crowds are up yet again. They have come out and enjoyed their hoops over the Easter weekend. And look at this, a thriller on Easter Sunday.
Who do the Rams go to? A year ago, it was Lackey Olbrich.
Yep.
That's who you're looking for down the stretch. Today.
Hope you're well, Lockie, by the way.
Milner's been playing well. Taylor Britt hasn't been hot, but you trust him in these situations. I expect early on ball, attack the rim. I wouldn't wait till the shot clock goes all the way down if I'm the Rams.
Here we go. Brown gets it in. Taylor Britt opens up. Look at, Smith Milner didn't even look for the shot. Now he gets on the drive. Oh, there's a late call.
Oh my.
There's a late whistle there. Wouldn't mind seeing this again.
Much like yourself, I was surprised Tohy Smith-Milner didn't let that first triple fly.
Nuggets fouls to give, by the way. Here we go, GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. That looked like a foul.
A couple of fouls here and there. He looks like he's grabbing that left arm. Tohy Smith-Milner likes to whistle.
In the end, I think he just lost control of it in the end.
I thought that left hand grabbed his arm that was trying to grab it. So I think that's what caused the turnover. And now we have free throws, both teams in the bonus.
I take that back. I was looking at the timeout, lights up on the scoreboard. Both teams are in the bonus.
Oh my, the quiet Jim. The late clap gets to him. Can he recover and tie this bad boy up with 17 seconds left?
He's only 67% on the season from the Chemist Warehouse. Massive shot for Smith-Milner. Makes it.
Timeout to the Nuggets. A little bit surprised personally. I would have brought the ball in bounds to get the last shot. You can't lose it. Now, it'll be interesting to see if they put the ball in the front court, because that means a 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock. If you bring it back full court, that allows this Rams team to really set up a press defense.
Don't forget, Casey, you can use a BNZ player timeout off the back of a bench timeout. You can't do it the other way. So this will be fascinating to see what happens. MVP vote this afternoon, QR code on screen. Walter Brown, Don Carey Jr. and Jalen Seabury splitting it right now. There is Walter Brown.
Oh, that is perfectly split down the middle. Bowen Smith-Milner. We've got some very numbers out there. I think, but it's all going to come down to this. The rest of the game was great. Who hits this shot? I don't think the Rams. It looks like the Nuggets are going to take it up to half court. So there is going to be that differential of about 3 seconds. And let's not forget, the Rams have been forcing turnovers high out of the trap. They get one of those, they might have a chance at a fast break layup once again.
Well, I'm bringing it in from the end here rather than giving 3 seconds up. Bring it in from the end, then call a player timeout.
I wouldn't want to do that though, because that sets up the defense, and it opens things up for the trap.
Yep, they have been
good. The Rams have had those opportunities.
Yep.
So we'll see the Nuggets, but the Nuggets don't care. They're bringing it down to the full court, which means that the shot clock is turned off. But it also means they have to get this across the half court quickly.
Yeah, and that defense comes up the floor. As you called it, let's see if the Rams can force a turnover here. Walking the baseline. Oh, they've got to get it in. They've got to get it in. They do. Perez, and now the defense backs away. 13 seconds to play. We're tied up.
It's going to be Don Carey Jr. with the Perez on ball.
They spread the floor. Carey Jr. gets the switch defensively. The handles are good. The shot is short. And we are headed to Easter Sunday overtime.
Well, decent look at it. He had the matchup he liked. Max Darling comes out, really does a nice job of shuffling the feet. Don Carey Jr. creates a bit of space, comes back in this crossover here, and look at Max Darling out of the way. Look at this effort to contest right at the end. A little bit of arm. That might have been off the glass if it was just a little bit more effort. What a contest. 40 minutes isn't enough. Easter weekend, free basketball.
Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. The Cowles NBL is just the gift that keeps on giving across Easter. Quinn Clinton, Mike Kelly, pressure is on. Let's go to the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet, Casey. Just talk me through foul trouble here, because that becomes important now.
And it becomes really important for this Canterbury Rams team. They have Taylor Britt with 4, Tohi Smith-Milner with 4. They've got Walter Brown and Tama Isaac and Max Darling all sitting on 3. Less foul trouble for the Nugget squad. Don Carey Jr.'s got 3. Nobody else with 3 or more fouls. So the Rams, who waited late to put in that starting unit with just about 3 minutes left, they've got some options on the bench who haven't played a ton just yet. But this Nuggets team, they've basically played the same guys, especially those same 3 scorers, for a lot of this game. They're all up over 37 minutes now.
Nervous moments. Oh, a couple of wandering fingers there as well.
Taking a look at the minutes really quickly. Over 35 minutes for Perez. Don Carey Jr. Just one Canterbury Rams player has played 30. That's Walter Brown at 34 minutes. And the possession will start with the Rams, which I'm actually a little bit surprised of. Possession starting with the Rams on this one, because when that double foul had, I thought they got possession off the jump ball, but it is sticking with Canterbury.
So we just got to hold up here, and the reason why, they're just confirming that the fouls change, of course, in overtime. So each team starts on 2 fouls, and then again on the 5th, we go into the bonus. So you can get away with 2 in overtime, and then a 3rd foul sends a team to the stripe. So we reset and start again.
Who can recenter? Who can refocus? The final 5 minutes. Nuggets had a shot at it.
They lead by 8, Casey, at 3/4 time.
Well, we always knew the Rams were going to come back. And they did so late. And now, 5 more minutes to get the dub.
First shot of overtime. Tohi Smith-Milner.
About 2 meters over from the spot he passed up that shot at the end of regulation. But no hesitation this time. 8 for 14 from the field, 22 points.
Rams fire the first shot. Carey Jr. got that to go.
Well, that's just determination. Forces his way through. Rams have a break opportunity here, but aren't taking it.
Walter Brown, long look. Bardsley's out there. The injection of Bardsley, but another make for Smith-Milner.
And his 10th rebound of the game gives him a double-double. He's been huge down the stretch, hit the game-tying free throw, hits the 3 to open overtime, and now a chance for a 6-point lead if he's able to complete the 3-point play from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Hope you're enjoying it from Christchurch today. Sky Open and Sky Sport in New Zealand, ESPN in the States, FIBA YouTube around the world. Look out, it's Smith-Milner time.
25 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and a couple of steals. He is touching all the stats today.
Now the Nuggets have to respond. Bardsley bumped off it. Now is that on
That's
Taylor
Britt.
Britt?
If that's Britt on the reach, that's his 5th. And it is Tama Isaac coming into the ball game. That is Taylor Britt's 5th personal foul.
It's a big blow for the Rams.
And what a job by Matt Bardsley, deking him out, looking like he's just going to kick it over. The crossover, attacking the rim. But now to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, where Bardsley has not had an attempt yet today, but they need these 2. Ice water.
He's a 50% shooter from the Chemist Warehouse, so there's the 1. Can he double that now?
Not down the stretch, says Matt Bardsley. Oh, he's built for these moments.
Oh,
well.
There you go.
1 for 2. 50% it is.
So margin at 3.
Back to the zone for the Nuggets.
Overtime hoops. Oh, look out, he's feeling it. Tohi Smith-Milner. Timeout called by the Nuggets. And the big man, has come to play here this afternoon at the Cauldron. There he is. What a star, TSM.
9 straight points for Big Tohi. No rest for the wicked. Catch, if you're not, hand down, man down. He is locked in from deep, 3 for 7 from beyond the arc. 28 points, 10 rebounds now. He scored the last 9 straight. The fans are like, where has this been all day? Get this man the ball.
What a response from the fans, Case.
Well, this is what I wanted to see from the Rams to start the second half. It went a little bit longer, but Tohi Smith-Milner, he's an all-star 5 type player when he worked the ball through him, when you give him opportunity to score, and he has stepped up huge down the stretch of this one. The Nuggets were so close, on just a doorstep of getting that win. Don Carey Jr. misses that shot at the end of regulation, and just like that, they are in a big hole with 59 seconds into this overtime.
And how many times have we seen it, Casey? Teams with that championship winning mentality, they find a way. Down by 13 through the game.
Down by 13, not playing well. Everything going right for the Nuggets, nothing going right for the Rams, but they're on their home court. And when you've won a couple of chips in a row, even though it's a little bit different personnel, you get this confidence that you can do anything at any point in time on the court. And no lead is insurmountable in your head, and if you believe it, you can achieve it. Right now, the Rams are doing both.
Here's one man who's been well held in the second half, Jalen Seabury. Brings it in. Darcy Knox into the game for Matthew Bardsley. Margin at 6. Nuggets need something right now. They get it into the hands of Carey Jr. Through the gap, big hand, Darling.
Ball's on the baseline, out of bounds off Max Darling. No foul call. Down Carey Jr. wanted it. Great body control to get in there, but great defense by Max Darling to lead. I like the no call. I think he does a nice well of jumping vertically. He knocks it out of bounds. Seabury coming off this on ball.
Shot clock at 9. Oh, that's close. Seabury just keeps it in. Jansen, we're at 3.
He's got to get it up.
We're at 2. Just gets it up in time and gets it to go.
That was a hospital pass by Seabury. Gives it to the big, 4 feet behind the arc. But nice job by Jansen not to give up on the play, stays aggressive, gets a big bucket.
Nuggets have to get a stop. Brown. McDonald on debut in New Zealand today. Corner, oh, that's a tough one for Darling. Right at the ankles. Shot clock counting down. McDonald goes inside, fake and bake. And the Nuggets come up with it.
Don't know why they're not going faster. Can't let the Rams defense set in the half court. The Nuggets just have not been able to penetrate it.
3 minutes to play. Overtime this afternoon in the Sal's NBL. Carey Jr., Perez, Jono, Jansen.
We talked about Tohi Smith-Milner to start overtime, but how about Jansen? 5 straight points, cutting it back to 1. Hits his 3rd triple of the ball game. Jansen up to 20 points now, and they have been timely buckets. Just too much space given to him with the shot clock running down. Tohi Smith-Milner contests, but it's too late, mate.
How about the long-range shooting from the 2 centers here?
Let's go, big boys. Doing it for the bigs.
Love it. Tama Isaac. Taylor Britt, of course, out of the game with 5 fouls.
Mismatch in the post, but they can't get it to Bowen on Darcy Knox.
Brown, who can't convert from the wing, and the Nuggets a chance to lead the game here.
Who are they going to go to? Seabury. I see this ball coming back around to Don Carey Jr. shortly.
Look out for Perez. Oh, the handoff wasn't there in the lane. McDonald, who's fouled. Points are good. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse. Bang, bang.
Don Carey Jr. just has a bit of a mental mistake there.
Well,
great job by McDonald to jump that space.
Yep.
If you don't cut that right off, he gives him that space to get a great read. Carey Jr., you're in no position to foul there. Just let him have the layup, come back to fight another day. Instead, going to put yourselves in a big hole that you're going to have to dig out of once again. Tohi Smith-Milner to the bench for this defensive possession.
So a chance to add another one here. McDonald 15 points on debut today. You can make that 16, and that is a crucial point. Let's mark that down because Carey Jr. did not need to foul there. Your point is a very good one, Casey Frank.
I thought Walter Brown might have got the whistle there.
Corner. Jansen, oh my, Jono Jansen.
Look how much better this Otago offense is when they can get that bucket up before the defense sets. Great semi-transition off a made bucket there.
Mismatch. Bowen being held up by Darcy Knox. Don't think there's too much in that.
The whistle is already blown. You can call unsportsmanlike on that one. The play's over. That second effort is unsportsmanlike. I'm a bit surprised the officials aren't talking about it because he's just holding on for dear life here. Here's the foul. The whistle's already blown. And then that action there.
Yeah, not fair enough.
The play is well and truly done. But doesn't look like the officials are going to chat about it. So I think fortuitous for the Nuggets to the free throw line for the Rams. Bonus basketball.
Yep, in the bonus now. So these shots, vitally important. Kyle Bowen.
Well, the free throw's late, leaving the door open.
10 of 15 from the stripe today. The Rams, 18 of 24. The Nuggets.
I think that was a violation. If he misses, it'll stay there.
So margin of 2 with 1:48 to play. Each team has a BNZ player timeout in overtime as well. It resets. Carey Jr. with a lot of space. Darcy Knox, oh, massive shot from
Knocks
Darcy
it down.
Knox.
Hasn't hit a shot all day long from deep.
Wow.
Hits his first triple. He was 0 for 2. Ball looks out of the corner. No hesitation. What a find from Don Carey Jr. The paint penetration. Every time they penetrate the paint, good things happen for the Nuggets. Once again, the Rams have to respond.
What about the three-point shooting from the Nuggets in overtime? McDonald head down. Walter Brown had a chance. Loose ball. Perez comes up with it. Arms all over him. He's twisting and turning. And finally, he gets the whistle.
I just did not see a foul there from the Rams. They were just around the ball. I didn't see anybody fouling, but that's going to be one away from bonus now. Nice drive. A lot of contact.
Brown
Great
came
tip
from
there.
nowhere, yep.
And then we see it slapping around. And where's the foul? I mean, I don't see a foul.
Perez Jr., sorry, Jose Perez just walks away from the scene of the crime.
But what I think that was by the officiating crew there is nice job controlling the game before things get out of hand. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Rams, I'd like to see a real press here, not just token pressure. I'd like to see a trap.
Nuggets lead by 1. Edge of your seat stuff. What a classic today on Easter Sunday. Carey Jr., sneaky look at a 3. Perez now has Darling to beat, dumps it off, turns it over. Here they come, McDonald round the back. They got numbers here. They're on the move. Bowen!
Transition basketball, live ball turnovers lead to fast break opportunities. Nice push by McDonald, better find, great finish by Bowen.
Huge possession in the context of the season for the night and day Otago Nuggets. They've got to come up with something. Oh, Jansen bounced off his leg. Look at Walter Brown. Oh, this is game-winning stuff from the Rams.
A superlative effort by Walter Brown to chase that ball down, get the bucket. Now the Nuggets need to find an answer down 3.
That right there. Oh, answering to Seabury.
Timeout to the, well, no, not a timeout. We've got a wet spot on the floor. So they're just gonna mop the wet spot. What a great opportunity this is for the Nuggets to set up their defense now.
Can I throw a name at you? Walter Brown.
Well, has come up so big late. He's been everywhere.
Look at this.
15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, but this doesn't go in the stat sheet.
Look how far back he comes from.
You get a steal, but he's out of the play. He's willing to put his body on the line to get that. He gives Bowen that finish. He's pumped up, but all created by Walter Brown. 2 steals on the day.
Casey, he's not even in the frame. He's not even in the shot when that starts. He comes from so far back. to force that
There's
into
no
a
stats.
basket. Look at this.
No stats for Hart. Not in the frame. I'll get there first. I will get there first. Put your body on the floor. Get yourself a bucket.
I'll tell you what, if the Rams get up in overtime today, get around this man, Walter Brown. That is the play of the day.
There have been a fair few options for that category.
Oh, Isaac just keeps it alive. We're at 15. They've got a foul, do they? Brown got a foul. They move the ball around. And in the end, smart work by the Rams. Smith-Milner is headed to the Chemist Warehouse to try and extend this out to 3. 10.1 left in the game.
Heads up play, because they had the 3-on-1 break to start things, but a layup just makes it a one-possession game again, and with a ton of time left. That just smart coaching, smart players, pass that ball around, waste as much time as possible. Took another 7-8 seconds off that clock because of that, playing keep away.
Nuggets do have their B&Z player timeout to use.
The free throws, as big as Tohi has been.
It's getting shaky.
They have left those points. 11 for 17 from the line now are the Rams.
Look out for a player timeout. Jansen had it, lost it, he's on the floor.
Did he call time? They call the jump ball. Ball stays with the the Nuggets, sorry.
Had the chance there at the B&Z player timeout.
He tried to call it, but they called the jump ball instead. Jansen just takes his eye off the ball.
Nearly lost it as well. Hand there from Max Darling.
Right there, he's calling player timeout, but Max Darling's hands on the ball. 7 seconds left, player timeout. Ball's gonna be in the front court. No fouls to give for anyone.
So by the way, the B&Z player timeout was awarded there. Awarded, yeah. It looked like it was gonna be a jump ball.
No, it can't be a player timeout because they're back on the baseline. So they were just wiping up. There was no player timeout. That was just a huddle.
Gotcha.
They still have the timeout, so they should use it here.
So they've got a chance to advance it here with 7.4. Darcy Knox doesn't use it. This is interesting.
On the run.
They're down by 1. Don Carey Jr. Oh!
The contest from Max Darling. Gets it in the end.
What a win this afternoon in overtime for the Wheeler Motor Company. Canterbury Rams soak it in. What an amazing victory on Easter Sunday. Don Carey Jr. got all the way through to the basket. Let's head down to the star of the show, Toy Smith-Milner.
Well, Toy, a couple of missed free throws late, but a superlative effort. What can you say about the Rams' effort in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, we just got to show a bit of grit. We can't let teams like that come in here, and got to protect our home court.
Hit that free throw late to tie things up. That was 9 straight points at the start of overtime. What got into you? Where'd that aggression come from?
Yeah, I heard some of the guys talking on the bench saying I'm not a shooter, so I had to prove them wrong.
Well, that's an easy one to disprove. A big win. What can you say about the Nuggets team? Came out, played hard, made it tough. You got anything nice to say about the boys in blue?
Yeah, no, they showed a lot of grit. Their record doesn't show how great they are, so they challenged us, obviously. So we got a lot to learn after that game and big couple of games coming up.
Just finally, baby's around 4 months old. How's going to sleep?
Yeah, nah, he's over there wide awake, so I think I'll be up all night.
Well, you should deserve it. Good celebration. Good job, Toy.
28 points for Smith-Milner. Here's the last play. This was for the win. Carey Jr. got through. Darling with the contest. Look how close that is. So close for the Otago Nuggets this afternoon. Don Carey Jr. But the Rams get home, 108-107. A thriller, Casey Frank.
That's just such a tough loss for the Nuggets to have to take. They had a great look at it in regulation. Going fast ends up being the right thing. Can get that shot off before the defense is set. Superlative effort there on both ends defensively. You'll love to see that hustle. This could be a changing point for both teams this season.
So here's the results so far in week 6. The Hawks, the Bulls, the Sharks all get a win. The Jets, big winners at home. The Sharks, well, that was a blowout. No one saw that coming. And how about today? A thriller by 1. 2 to come tomorrow, Easter Monday. Saints and the Airs at home. Quick look at the ladder. This is the way it looks now. The Rams up to equal top with the win here in overtime. And the Nuggets still in 10th, 3-6. Boy, they needed that one. Spectacular stuff on Easter Sunday. What a game. What a result. What a win for the Canterbury Rams.
Right now, what were your thoughts on it?